You missed it. He was on Patrick Bet Davis' show. Okay. Steve-O never interviewed, just FYI. That was the whole reason why he didn't do it. No, I did not see the SNL monologue about Palestine, but I'm sure it was great. But I just don't want to watch SNL outside of the day of Sunday, the holy day. If we're not watching, Kaya's ear is literally hanging off the bed. Yeah, I just saw that. It's so fucking cute. She's been sleeping because she missed her daddy. Now she's comfy and EP all day. We're gonna watch the M HUD cop video. Don't worry. He said it was a banger. Let's look at hold on. Let's look at the April Fools, best April Fools from 2024. Sour Patch Kids, Sour Patch Adults. That's not that great. Mr. Beast jokingly announced that he'll be quitting YouTube. Also kind of mid. KSI took shots at Jake Paul's fight against 57-year-old Mike Tyson by announcing a fake fight against 75-year-old George Foreman. Oreo released a statement about separating the wafer from the cream. Fake KFC flavored drink. Okay, these are all awful. God, I fucking hate. Like, I can't believe I'm saying this, but even Kick being like, oh, Hasan, we announced that Hasan is now like with Kick is kind of funnier than all these other ones. Like almost because like it's just so out there. April Fools has fallen off. This is one of the only. No, I didn't like that either. Mr. Vermicelli once read a book, April Fools. I didn't like that one either. It's kind of cringe. Joy is dead. How come you didn't quote retweet the Kick thing? Because I'm fucking worried people are gonna take it seriously, dude. I already tweeted about it. Anyway, I've never been a big April Fool's fan anyway. All right, let's watch. Entitled CEO thinks he's above the law.
November 14th, 2023. A deputy conducted a traffic stop on a vehicle committed.
I find it pretty interesting that like all of the LSF posters love Northern Lion, but they fucking despise me. Like they think that he is like the beacon. They think he's the beacon of like comedy, which he is, by the way. I agree. I think he's fucking hilarious. You guys know I love him. But like our politics are fucking identical. So how do you have so much hatred? It's just like I don't get it. Like they love him. They're like, oh my god, this guy's takes are the best, and then they fucking despise me. It's the same with it's basically the same as like people who love Germa but hate me. You know what I mean? I will never understand that. Maybe it's because he's bald. I think so too. He doesn't talk about politics on stream. Literally, just yes, he does. Yes, he does. Oh, this was another one. Yeah, April 1st is the only day it's not funny to post this. It is with deep sorrow that we share the news of Keemstar's passing. He peacefully departed last night in his sleep, succumbing to complications from a pulmonary embolism. Our heart aches for his family and friends. It's like, dude, come on. Come on. Why would you get our hopes up like that? Only to. They're classified as men's men. Both Germa and Northern Line have a look that's easier to achieve. What? He makes good jokes that are not edgy conservative shit. The jokes are also not punching down. Are you talking about, am I making jokes that are edgy conservative shit and also punching down? What the fuck do you mean? Like, what are you saying? No, I was talking about how you know, the very same group of people that fucking absolutely despise me love Northern Lion, and we have like very similar politics and a very similar outlook of the world. I mean, I love Northern Lion. I think it's hilarious. Anyway. He's based in roguelike pilled. All right. Let's do this. Not this.
Committing multiple traffic infractions.
Hello, Deputy Hines with the Sheriff's Office. Can I get your license, registration, and insurance, please? Put the drink down. I need your license. Put the drink...
Ma'am.
Excuse you. I need your license, your registration, and insurance.
But don't be a bully. You're a bully. And I don't like woman bullies. Period.
Yeah, if Hasanabi spray paint SS in Call of Duty, it would be the top post on livestream fails for a week, and Hassan's mom would need an armed guard. It's true.
Where are you headed today, sir?
I am going to my doctor client. Ma'am, and guess what? You're messing with the wrong person.
Okay, sounds good. I need your registration and your insurance, please, sir.
My insurance is on my phone.
Okay, I need your registration.
I'll take my sweet time.
It's fine.
You bully me.
Look at the attitude that he has while scrolling. That's a typical old guy. I love that.
You're done.
So you don't know why you don't know why I stopped you?
What?
You don't know why?
What?
I'm asking you.
I have no idea why
Okay.
it's that.
Because you're passing in a no passing, sir.
No,
Twice
I
you did.
Middle lane.
Fucking hate that. I hate when cops ask that question. It's like, no, just do your fucking job. I feel like they ask that to just like prod you specifically for shit that they want to give you extra tickets on.
No, sir. No, sir, it's not. It's a breakdown lane, yellow.
In Delray Beach? You're
No,
allowed to pass.
not in Florida.
Delray Beach?
Is in Florida, sir.
Yeah.
You are not allowed to pass on a
do.
double solid yellow line or double solid breakdown line, sir. You did it twice. I gave you the pass on the first one, and then you did it again.
I have no points.
Doesn't matter, sir. I need your registration,
me a
please, sir.
warning or a ticket?
I need your registration, please,
I'm gonna
sir.
give you everything.
Okay.
All right? I gave
Still
you
live
my-
on. I need your registration,
Ma'am,
please, sir.
Miss Hines, please
Registration,
behave.
sir.
Do not
I
bully
am
me.
behaving,
Do not
sir.
bully me.
Do not.
Damn, he's popping off, dude. Respect. Entitled CEO thinks he's above the law. Surely you can accuse a cop doing cop shit because it's directed towards the CEO? Probably not. I mean, it depends. So far, she's been doing great. Like, in some of these instances, like the cops do end up, especially when like the perp, the suspect is like a white old person. In a lot of instances, cops basically will be much nicer and much more different in the way that they react to a person like this.
Do
Raise your
not bully
voice
me.
at me, sir.
Do not bully
I've
me.
asked you
You're bullying me.
several
You're
times
bullying me.
for your registration,
Over-
sir, and your insurance.
Okay. You're bullying me.
Okay.
I don't like you. I really don't like you. Because you're not a good officer.
Okay,
I'll speak to your superior.
that's fine.
I got them in my wallet.
So when the little yellow sticker comes on, sir,
Ma'am, just don't tell me what to do.
trying to help you find
No.
paperwork,
Dude, I
sir.
love the
I
energy.
have everything here.
Bro is swiping like 11 pages with one finger swipe. He's swiping so goddamn hard. It's awesome. Like that flick is causing him to go down to photos that he has saved on his phone from 2008. Okay.
I'm a CEO. I'm retired. I work part-time. It's hot. It's frustrating when people do 30 or 20 miles an hour. I'm sorry, ma'am. When they are going on a 40-mile-an-hour speed limit, doing 20 miles an hour. You can't.
I respect that.
Here you go, man.
Okay, so you're handing me your cell phone.
Insurance.
Okay.
And now you want my registration.
Yes, sir. Here you go.
Southbound.
Put your cell phone back, sir. I don't want to hold on
Don't just drop
to
it. Hand it to me.
You were looking for paperwork.
Did that.
No,
I saw.
Wait, what? Well, okay, well now you've done worse, sir. What the hell?
Sir, I did not. It's on camera. I did not, sir. I placed it down on
Well,
your
why don't you
hat.
just give it to me? Like a
Because you're
woman
looking for
should.
information.
Like a woman
So,
should give the phone to
Can I get your
a man.
registration, please, sir?
You know what? You're dealing with the wrong.
Damn, this guy's a fucking. This guy's like a raid boss level misogynist. What's happening? She's about to beat his ass feministly.
Wrong man.
Okay,
I'm a
sir.
CEO.
Okay.
I'm intelligent. I have the best attorneys in the world.
All right,
and
sir.
you're messing with the
Okay,
wrong
sir.
human being.
Okay.
Give me a fucking ticket. That's what you want to do. My registration is somewhere here, but I can't find it. You can tell if my car's registered. Go home. Go,
So you don't
go
have
back
your
to the car.
registration with you?
I have my
Okay,
registration
can
with
I
me.
please have it, sir? You're supposed to provide it.
Bro is Mr. Lead Poisoning. Yeah, he's the CEO of lead poisoning, actually. He's the CEO of being lead poisoned.
You're a fucking bitch. That's what you are. There it is. That's the old one. That's the old one. From my,
Do you have
where
a current
I
one,
bought it
sir?
from. You can tell if I'm registered. You know what?
Do you
Go-
have the current one,
I
sir?
can't find it.
Okay, so you're
I
telling
can't
me you
find
don't
it.
have your current
I
one. You're not
can't
going to look
find
for
it.
the. Okay.
One more time. I can't find it.
Okay. So is everything good with your license, sir? It's not suspended
I
for
have
any
0
reason.
points, bitch.
So your license is not
I have 0
suspended.
points.
Okay. Stay in the car. I'll be right back with you, sir.
After a short while, the man
I've never wanted a cop to do cop things so bad. Yeah, these are one of those like rare instances where you're just like, come on, beat his ass a little bit. Just a little bit of police brutality. Come on. Even the left is asking for it, you know? We are demanding a little bit, you know?
sped off from the traffic stop and was found at a convenience store.
Oh, he left after that interaction. Oh, this is a two-parter.
They're coming.
The reason why I moved.
Nope.
I just moved
Nope.
because I'm sick, though.
She just went straight forward. She didn't even wait. Okay.
I want to go to the hospital.
Don't resist.
I want to go to the hospital.
your hands behind your back
I want
right
to go
now.
to the hospital. I want to.
She's fucking. Damn, look at that grip though. This lady, this is the build of a woman who runs the Wendy's like a Navy. Okay, I can see her haircut from this grip. Okay. I could tell. I could tell exactly. She's got the Thumbelina build for sure.
I want to go to the hospital.
This is the 40% of cops that beat their partners. Like, she's on the. She's the one who's beating her husband feministly.
Ma'am, I
Turn
want
around
it.
and put your hands
Ma'am,
behind
I
your
want
back.
it. I'm sick.
Now.
Ma'am, I'm sick.
You know her ponytail's so tight she's hearing colors.
I'm
Grab
sick.
me one more
I'm
time.
sick.
What is he doing? He's like okay, you know how like cops always be like, stop resisting, and in like many instances the guy is not resisting at all. This motherfucker is. He literally is like throwing air punches and shit. What the fuck?
Sick. Ma'am,
Put
I'm
your
sick.
hands behind your
I'll
back.
put it behind my
now.
back. I'm sick. Oh my God, you're gonna be in trouble. I'm gonna sue you
God damn, look at that grip. Oh my God, we got the right hand grip there too.
in trouble.
Woo!
I'm gonna sue you for
Alpha 10.
everything you got. I will sue you for everything you got.
Show me 1015.
All I did is pull over here so I can get some medicine. I need medicine, man. Oh man, you're in
10,
trouble.
15.
You're in trouble. I need medicine. Take me to the hospital. Take me to the hospital.
You're gonna
I need
stop.
medicine. There's something wrong with her. She's brutal. She's brutal. She's brutal.
He's brutal.
She's brutal. They kill people this way. Ma'am, I'm a CEO. Oh my God, she's checking my pockets. You take any money out of my wallet, you're done. Call the head sheriff. Please, call the head sheriff.
Damn, you know he's the CEO. Look at how many fucking cards he has in his pocket, dude. Everybody's trying to give him a number.
Call the head sheriff. Call the head sheriff. Please, call the head sheriff. I'm sick. Wait till you find out how sick I am. Here, ma'am. Here,
Stop!
Yeah, this is the guy. 100%. This guy says every person that dies to police violence deserves it. 100%. I want to know.
Hey, Ron.
New Jersey cop slams his own police chief on a car hood after he showed up drunk at the crash scene. That's awesome. But yeah, this is the guy that's like, he's got a 100% clearance rate on defending police brutality until this very moment.
Move it! You're gonna end up on the ground. Do you understand me?
Help! 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 Can I have a sheriff, please? Another sheriff, please. I want another sheriff, please. No, please! Another sheriff! Oh my God! Oh my God! She's killing me!
What? She's killing me. Oh, she has done zero of the normal police shit that we see, like, in this circumstance. No, like, fucking dropping him onto the ground, putting her fucking body weight on him. None of that. Just straight up went for the handcuffs, was being very cordial from the jump, went straight for the handcuffs, put him in the back of the car.
Hold on. I want another sheriff here.
Have a
All I
seat.
want is another sheriff.
Have a seat.
I'm hurting!
Have a
Man,
seat.
You're killing me!
Sit down.
I'm sitting.
Put your feet in now.
I can't.
You're killing me. He's kind of dripped up though. This level of this button action is kind of crazy. You're arrested for being too sexy, sir. That's what she said. Hey, sir, you're under arrest for stealing my heart.
Put your feet in
Ma'am.
now.
I want to see another sheriff. That's all I want to see. I just
Put
want to see another sheriff.
your
I have my right.
feet in.
I will put it in, but I want to see another
Now.
sheriff. Can't you answer me?
Now.
Can you answer me? Can I have another sheriff?
Is this another resisting charge,
No.
sir? Then get your butt in the car now.
You're hurting me.
I'm not. Get in the car.
I am so sick you can't imagine. I'm going to
Get
the hospital.
in the car.
I'm going to the hospital.
Now.
Can I see another sheriff?
10-4.
Oh my God.
Put your feet in.
I have to go to the hospital. I have to. I'm very ill. Man, you're going to get Lawson. You're going to get a Lawson. You're going to suffer. You have no fucking... You have
Maybe
no
you should have thought about
You have
that
no
before you
kindness.
drove away
I
from the
told you I
traffic
was sick
stop.
10 times. 10 times.
Oh, he like evaded. Wait, what? I thought she let him go with a ticket. I misunderstood. Oh, he just straight up fucking jetted out of there? That's crazy.
I want to go to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital.
Damn.
So anyway, we were.
That's so funny. Oh, there he is. All right, we got the sheriff. We got a man involved, okay? That's crazy that he left. He sped away from a traffic stop only to go to the nearest gas station to get a fucking big gulp. I kind of respect it. Like he was like, "Listen, I need a little drink, okay? I had a thirsty day. It's a hot summer's day. I need a little drinky. After this altercation, it's my medicine, okay?
Right out on Savannah, right?
I respect it.
He kept revving his engine.
Yeah.
Does not like females whatsoever.
That's why I started. That's why I came back.
So I started, I'm writing my tickets, right? I'm on getting ready on the second one. He hauls butt into here, parks right there. I haul butt into here. He goes to walk in. I said, I knocked the drink out of his hand, and I went hands-on with him, because I'm like, I'm done. He was resisting. Just stay in your car.
I had to get
AC.
medicine. I had to get.
They don't have medicine at Cumberland,
Of course
sir.
they do. They have Valerian.
Sit up.
I want to go to the hospital.
Sit up.
Shut up! I want to go to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital. I can't sit up.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Step out.
Can I go to the hospital,
No,
please?
step out.
Why? I'm in pain, sir. You don't understand.
Don't move.
I have nothing on me. I'm a CEO. I don't know why this whole thing happened. Check me out, Richard CEO Medical Technologies Group. Why are you doing this to me? This never happens in Palm Beach County. Never. Never. I have no weapons. I have no nothing. I'm a sick man. I'm a sick man, sir. I want to go to the hospital. I want to go to the hospital. Can I speak to your chief? I want to go to the hospital. Ma'am, I want to go to the hospital. I'm sick. I can't believe this. I cannot believe this. There's going to be a big lawsuit. There's going to be a huge lawsuit.
Listen, we'll get you.
I got to go to the hospital.
Okay, we'll get you.
I want to lock my car up and go to the hospital. Please, sir.
You're under arrest, so.
But I did nothing wrong. I want to go to the hospital. I'm very sick.
Spread your legs.
Sir, you're hurting me. You're hurting me.
Well, I gotta pat you down, make sure you.
I have nothing. I'm the CEO.
Oh, that's good.
You know what? I think you're finished.
Thank you.
You too.
Thank you.
You two are finished.
Thank you.
You know why? Because I told her I was sick and she didn't listen, so I came in here to get medicine. There's medicine that helps me that they sell here.
What is it called?
It's called generic Tylenol. It's like very high dose Tylenol.
Okay, have a seat.
I can't.
I really was wishing he said big gulp. I really, really wished. I know generic Tylenol is pretty funny too, but I think it would have been way funnier if he talked about rhino dick pills or potentially a big gulp. Both of those are better contenders in my opinion. It's called horny goat weed. I need it.
Sir,
All right.
I want to go to the hospital, sir.
Have a seat, or I'm gonna put you in there.
Okay.
Thank you.
Can I go to the hospital, please?
Okay. If you need
Mr.
medical
Appler,
attention, we'll get you
Mr.
attention.
Appler, can I
The second he saw it was a man, he said, "Thank you, by the way." Yeah.
Get
Go
you the attention
to-
you need, but have a seat.
You want to know something?
Have a seat.
In this would never, sir.
Sit
This would
down.
never happen in Palm Beach County ever, ever.
Well, this ain't
I want to see
Palm Beach
chief of
County.
police.
He's like, I got a sheriff. It's not enough. It's time. We got to elevate. I need a chief of police. Sir, I need the police commissioner pronto. He keeps leveling up when he doesn't get what he needs.
The man continued to be belligerent towards the female deputy all the way.
Wait, did we see her haircut in the
Ever.
reflection? No, that's
I want
that's
to
the
see chief
guy.
of police.
Oh! I fucking called it. Oh my God. I fucking called it, dude. Oh, she's so beautiful. Oh, Big Bertha. Oh my God. She is such what a specimen. That is exactly what I thought she was going to look like. Oh, we have a Thumbelina in the wild. Oh my God. Oh my God. She is so pretty. Oh Lord. Oh my Lord. She is beautiful and natural.
The man continued to be belligerent towards the female deputy all the way to the station.
I could tell from her wrists and her wrist control what was going on.
What hospital are we going to? Ma'am, what hospital are we going to? I'm recording this whole thing. What hospital are we going to, ma'am? What hospital are we going to, ma'am? What hospital are we going to, ma'am? You are an asshole.
Did you ever that toy?
You don't answer, you're a bitch. And you're a dyke.
Okay.
The way you manhandled me, I know who you are. You're a female bitch.
Wow. He specified. You're a female bitch. Oh, what are you doing? What are you doing? Hello. Oh my God. Women's Month officially over. I'm sorry you had to hear that, Kaya.
And if I don't get to the hospital, you're going to be sued forever. For millions.
Oh, I missed the D word. He called her a word that is a slur in certain contexts, but also is a famous method of famous method used for rising water levels. A levee? A dam? No. Isn't that... I knew a guy with that last name in high school. Yeah. A barrier against rising water.
And your department will be taken down.
Brother,
Where's my sneaker?
It's in your car, sir.
Boy, are you going to be sued?
Yeah. Dick Van... that thing.
Your name is going to be mush when I'm done. I asked you to take me to the hospital 10, 15 times. It's all
Dick
recorded.
Van Lesbian.
And you ain't going to get the recording. What is your name, ma'am? What is your name, ma'am?
Well, you've already seen it because you've already called me by my last name. It's Hines,
What
sir.
is your name, ma'am?
If you stop
What is
talking,
your name?
well, when you stop talking,
Okay.
okay, you saw it on my shirt because you've already said it,
I didn't.
and it's Hines, sir.
Heinz. Officer Heinz. Heinz ketchup. If you're the Heinz family, you have a good one.
Heinz
It is
ketchup.
spelled differently than the ketchup, sir.
Not good any-
It is spelled like the cake
You are a
mix.
masochist.
Okay.
When you know someone's sick, you don't treat them this way. And you're going to apologize to me, and I'm going to bring you to court. I promise you, I will bring you to court. Check me out, Rich CEO Medical Technologies Group. Check me out, Richard Medical Technologies Group.
That's his last name. That's Mr. Medical Technologies Group to you, ma'am. That's right. It's my name. Check me out. On this day, a war was launched between the Heinz family, Heinz Ketchup, and Richard Medical Technologies Group.
I have the money to sue you and sue the whole damn Department of Martin County. And I'm going to do it. If I don't get to the hospital, it's going to be 10 times. Ah! Drive carefully, bitch! You got these cuffs on so tight. I'm not a criminal.
If you weren't resisting, sir,
No, ma'am.
they wouldn't have had to been on the way they are on.
I calmed down.
No, sir, you did not. You were
You're gonna
constantly
lose your job.
resisting me,
severe-
sir.
I have a
He was also the CEO of a scam website, steak.com.
very severe illness.
Okay.
You don't listen to me. What is wrong with you?
Well, I've heard everything that you've said, sir.
You want to bet? They're going to check my records right now, and I'm going to have you fired. I swear to God, I'm going to have you fired. This is not a hospital. I want to speak to the sheriff. I'm a CEO, but please stand. I have.
We're going to have a nurse come out and stay in the car.
Please, please, please.
Okay.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you so much, sweetie. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm very sick, man. I'm going into heat stroke.
Had
I'm going to heat stroke.
The air was
Sweetie.
No, the air was not on.
and the partition's open, so.
The air was not on, man. The air was not on, man.
All right, that's fine.
That's
Please,
why I opened
please.
the door so you can get
Thank
air
you.
in there,
You're
okay?
the only sweet one here. The other guy manhandled me and she manhandled me. I did not resist. I went to get my medicine. It's a special Tylenol for stop me and handcuff me.
Well, correct, 'cause she was
You're going to jail, Rick.
investigation.
She said, you're going to jail.
Okay.
I'm not going to jail. I'm going to the hospital.
Well, you're
He should ask her to arrest the other cop.
in for jail right now.
No, I'm going to the hospital.
We'll take you to the hospital
Thank
after.
you. Wait till you see what's wrong with me. I'm very, very ill. I almost died a month ago.
What is the big reveal that he thinks is going to be like his special get out of jail free card? Like the courts are going to be like, I can't believe you handcuffed this man. Like he had the worst case of ligma, you know? And you fucking put him in handcuffs and his ligma got so much worse. It's really fucked up. He has ADHD. You don't understand. I have erectile dysfunction and I needed my gas station dick pills.
There was no reason for what happened. I pulled over to the 7-Eleven to get the extra strength Tylenol because I'm
But,
not well.
sir, but let me explain to you something. When we do a traffic stop on you, you can't drive away.
I
until
didn't.
that's
I just pulled over to the right.
But you can't do that
The-
because we don't know what's
Okay.
inside that
I
car.
apologize,
we don't know
but
what's
you
on
understand
you.
when you're in my condition, you have to.
That's something that you should have explained to this deputy.
No, she knew I was sick. She ignored me 10, 15 times.
Lower your voice.
10, 15 times.
Yeah.
10, 15 times she ignored me. She doesn't realize. Wait till you find out when I get to the hospital how sick I am. You know what? I'm going to sue you, police department.
Here, I'll show them.
I'm gonna sue
maybe
you.
that his-
First of all, stop. Okay? You didn't even give me a chance to say.
Oh shit. Uh-oh. They had to bring in the big boys, dude. That's that Dark Souls boss music playing in the background. They brought in the big thumb.
Good afternoon or anything like that before you start talking to me like
Good
that.
afternoon, sir.
So calm down.
Good afternoon, sir.
Okay, we got steps that we got to follow, and then we'll talk about the other stuff.
I did
Come
not
out of the
feel
car.
wrong. I just passed
I got
someone.
it. I'm just making sure you understand where we're going.
King Thumb doesn't even wear a bulletproof vest because he has that like hardened gut that protects him. You know what I'm talking about? Like, you know, the type of belly you only get as a father. Like, you don't have that kind of belly until you're like a dad. And it's like simultaneously a beer gut, but also so hard. I don't know how. Like, it's harder than fucking abs in general.
Going. Okay. Come out of the car.
Thank you.
Slide forward.
Are you friends with Schneider?
Slide forward.
Are you friends with Schneider?
Slide
I
forward.
can't. I have no strength.
Move your shoes. Stand up.
I can't.
Stand up.
I can't.
Stand up. It was enough, all right, to drink?
I didn't drink, sir.
No?
I did not drink.
No?
I'm on.
Have a seat, man.
Don't listen. Where's the nurse? I'm going to go into a coma. I have severe diabetes. I'm going to go into a coma.
He said he's going into a coma.
Can I have some water, please?
Sir, there is no water in here,
Okay.
so I cannot provide you water
Because
right
my
now.
Jardians,
Get finished
it
in here.
dehydrates my body.
Okay, I mean, he's being a dickhead, but like, you could give him water. You know what I mean? Like, I really do hope he fakes being in a coma. That would be fucking hilarious. He's just like, oh, I'm in a coma now. He did
And
it.
that's the sicker I'm going to get.
Sir, once you're placed in a holding cell, I believe there's water
I want to go
fountains.
to a hospital.
Okay,
Holding cell. Oh my God. This is the worst nightmare of my life.
Okay, sir, just to let you know, the following is being video recorded, okay?
I thank you very much.
Okay, listen to
It
me.
will prove that I'm a very sick human
Okay,
being.
listen to me.
I mean, it did, but not in the way that he thinks it
For record,
did.
case number is 2022. I'm sorry.
Just write it down for me.
2023.
I can't remember. Write it down for me.
00. My name's Deputy Lebanon with the Martin County Sheriff's Office Traffic Unit, and present with me is Deputy Hines. Deputy Hines, have you arrested Richard for resisting arrest?
Yes, ma'am.
Because I pulled into a 7-Eleven to get my medicine.
Okay, sir, I'll give you an opportunity to talk. Okay? So the reason I am here is to conduct a DUI investigation, okay?
Fine. Go ahead. I didn't drink.
Okay,
I
listen.
I drank green tea for 3 hours.
I don't think he's drunk. I think he's just entitled. Honestly. He doesn't, I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong, but he doesn't strike me as like drunk.
Today I was going into heat exhaustion.
Okay, because you are under the arrest, I am offering you to provide a breath test. Are you willing to take this breath test?
No
Yes?
problem. And you end up in the hospital, your blood sugar goes crazy and everything goes crazy. I almost died a month ago. Yes, ma'am. My name is Richard, CEO Medical Technologies Group.
Dude, what the fuck? Wait, is his name actually Richard, CEO Medical Technologies Group? Why does he keep saying it like that? That's right, short for Dick CEO.
And I know Rick Bradshaw and I know all the sheriffs. This would have never happened in Palm Beach County, ever.
Well, thank you for
They would have given me a warning and they would have driven off. I guess you're stricter here if you pass someone. I take arrests personal. I take mean people personal. What happened since the pandemic? This whole world, they're killing people.
What? He's woke, bro. He's fucking woke. He's like, the cops, they're killing people. George Floyd.
You're lucky I didn't go into stroke. I had fruit punch. I had green tea. I had 3 green teas this afternoon. I trust you. I'm not drunk.
Okay. When I tell you to do so, what you're gonna do is take a deep breath in, create a tight seal with your mouth around the mouthpiece, and blow out.
Okay.
It has to be a constant breath out. You can't stop until I tell you to do so.
Okay, then can I go to the hospital once you find out I'm not
Once
drunk?
we're done with this, yes.
Okay, thank you. Thank you so much. And how do I get my car?
Your car got towed.
But who pays for that?
That's gonna be up to you.
I'll have to call Rick Bradshaw, call my attorney and have him call Schneider.
And sir, do you want to know your results?
Yes, I would like to know my results.
Your first breath sample is 0.028. And then
I
your
had
second,
Tito's last night.
Okay, listen. And then your second breath sample is 0.028. So it is under the legal
I
limit.
had Tito's last night.
Okay.
1 Tito's.
Okay.
Last night. Thank you.
Do you have any questions?
I would like to go to the hospital.
Wait, what? Oh, rewardsforyou.com? Like he was the CEO of a scam website? I told you, I didn't think he was like actually drunk. He's not drunk. It's under the legal limit for driving, but since this is later, she could press him for driving drunk now. His liver is garbage if he is 0.028 the next day. I'm sure he had a little bit in the morning, probably. Maybe a little bit of a hair on the dog. But I don't think he was drunk. He was just being a fucking asshole. Please look at this. I'm dying.
So humble. I am humble. I'm the most fucking humble on the internet.
Okay, that's my last cough for real. Another one, not gonna end.
Actually, though, I know I joke around a lot, but name somebody more humble than me on the internet. Name one person. Hasan? Yeah, right. Yeah, right. That guy's over there crying about how he's got fucking only 12,000 live concurrent viewers. I have maybe 30 in here.
Dude, he is so tapped in. This fucking guy, he is so goddamn tuned into all the memes. It's fucking bullshit.
A little more than that, but This guy says, "Oh, I'm done with this shit. I hate my audience. I hate Hasan." Yeah. Let's get that hate. Look at this. Angel's in here. Angel, we've been talking about you a lot. How you went over to Hasan's.
He talks
you're a
about
stan
this
of him now.
literally all the time, dude. Still.
Whatever. I hate Hasan. Yeah, let's go. El Lasan. I like that.
I love Jeff. He's funny as fuck. Bro, why is your barber tripping? Dude, I don't know. He's fucked up. Comments brigaded because the streamer mentioned you.
Europe is racist. Oh yeah, and it totally isn't. If you think Europe is not racist, do not come to my Greek household when Turkey is mentioned. Bro, don't. We would hate to have you. Don't ask my grandma what she thinks about Hasanabi. Let's just say she hasn't been tapped into the React streams.
Hasanabi hate is valid. Hasan mentioned. Wasn't this guy Egyptian? What do you mean? Why'd you guys say that like people are yelling at you in the comments? They're not. This is your sign to play League? No shot.
They're saying Europe is racist.
I would unfollow. Hasan, Aiden Ross roasted Andrew Tate and made him leave the call. What? No way, dude. No way. Sanch is easily the best person out of the league sphere. Yes, he's hilarious. He doesn't. Genuine question. What's the reason? What reason is there to hate him? He doesn't like Blade. What is dude? These people are insane. He's a rape apologist and he unironically supports terrorist groups. Bad geopolitical taste, not living his values, cries about low viewership. Yo, you don't like Blade? I never said I don't like Blade. I love Blade. I'm a Blader. Pretty much as a Hamas supporter and enthusiast. That's a new one. Yeah, it's so funny because like there hasn't been a victim of rape that Destiny hasn't bullied and shit on. So it is pretty funny that his community and his fans are now being like, Hasan is a rape apologist and a Hamas enthusiast. Like literally. I feel like he does it for fun at this point. Like he finds stories that are not even like out there to just like shit on the people and telling them that they deserved it somehow. Me going to the Hasan stream to get my daily dose of Hamas. Fake Drainer, you're not even saying it right. It's Blade. Wait, what? I thought it was Blade. I didn't think it was Blade. I used to say Blade. People would. It's Blade. Yeah, that's right. The next cop vid is great. Oh, this one. New Jersey cop slams his own police chief in a car hood after he showed up drunk and crashed.
Pull that up and put it to the shoulder. Yeah. Thanks.
What is it?
The RMA.
I am not the police, okay? I came here with the ambulance. I want to make sure you're okay.
don't know what he's thinking.
I don't know. I'm asking you if he's RMA or not.
Oh, yeah, no.
What?
Yeah.
I get that. I'm not saying you aren't. I just want to make sure your head is
giving them
okay.
a fuck.
You have
He's
no
giving them
other
problems.
injuries that we need to be aware of.
It's 11/9, also known as European 9/11. The date.
Can't get any.
Can you tell me your first name at least?
First of all, why do you got a jacket on that's not fit to be worn? What's on the back of it?
What do you mean?
Look at it, tell me what's on the back of it.
Oh, it washed off.
Yeah, then get rid of it.
Okay.
That's
We watched it before. I don't think I have. I think someone else probably watched it, and you think you watched it. I don't remember this at all. Maybe I have, but I don't think I've watched it.
ridiculous.
Okay.
You're a sergeant, for God's sake.
Okay, Chief. Let me work this DWI, okay? Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Get over here.
I'm on a DWI. Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me. Don't you fucking touch me. Oh! You have a problem? Fuck. You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him.
Oh my God. Yo, he mounted him. He mounted that man. His legs flew up, bro. Bro, that's sick. Dude mounted him like he's a Drake listener. The sexual tension, yeah, is out of control, dude. Holy fuck. Did he give him a kiss too? I couldn't see it.
A problem? Fuck.
He goes, oh fuck. Oh fuck. Oh shit. Ah. You put your thumb pussy right on my dick.
At me. What? Now get out of here.
Dude, that's crazy that he mounted him like that. That's awesome. It's so funny. His legs flew up like a child, okay? Like a little kid sitting on a fucking chair too high. That's crazy.
Before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him.
No, you're going to go in.
Take him.
Take him in.
Drunk again. Whose keys are these?
They're mine.
Get out of here.
No.
Chief, get out of here or you're going to get locked up.
No,
Chief, you're going to get locked up. You grabbed me. I asked you 3 times to leave me alone. You're obstructing my DWI.
Oh, Chief, you're drunk again, Chief. Not now, Chief. I'm in a fucking zone, dude. Fuck. I'm so in the zone. I forgot to run the top of the hour ad break. Fuck. All right. It's kind of crazy. He just fucked him. Like he literally had, he put his dick in there a little bit. Just a little bit, you know? Yeah, also, yeah, Chief is drunk again. Here's your car keys. That's awesome. You said it's Ohio? No, it's not. It's New Jersey. Here's the 3-minute ad break now, by the way, before I forget.
Billy, come over here.
Let him go.
That's the first thing. Billy,
I'm trying to get away from
up.
everybody.
Shut up, because you're in trouble now. Stop,
I'm
please,
not in
stop.
trouble.
Stop,
I'm not in
stop,
trouble.
stop.
You're going to be in trouble.
Stop,
You're gonna be
Billy,
in trouble.
Billy.
Chief, I'm working at DWI.
I'm listening to you.
Okay.
Shut up.
Why is he like this? This is very, you are right. This is very erotic. It's like weird that he's like whispering nothings, sweet nothings into his ear. He's like, shut up. Shut up, Billy. Oh, shut up. The way you caressed me, the way you caressed me back there in front of all the other cops, you know you can't do that. It's not the locker room. Okay? You almost entered me in front of them, Billy. Oh, shut up, Billy. Shut up and kiss me.
No, you're in trouble because this is the first thing. First of all, I was about to say to you, you stupid. I was about to say to you, what do you need OEM Ford.
You're embarrassing me in front of the men about the jacket.
No. That's neither here nor there.
Okay.
That's neither here nor there. Now we got a real fucking problem, Billy.
Yeah, we do.
I know.
We do.
All right, you're gonna have to go inside.
No, how about we do this?
No.
How about we go inside?
Billy, you're gonna have to go inside right now with me. You're gonna have to go inside and
we're in a serious collision.
Billy, you're not doing anything when I'm on the scene, okay? You should know better than this, my friend.
No.
Listen to me.
Grab me.
No, I said
You were
come
out of
over
line.
here.
You were out of line. You grabbed me. It's on video.
Billy.
It's on video. I'm not going to argue with it. I have a crash to work.
Billy.
I have a job to do.
There's like a fucking there's like a kindergarten worth of dead children on the ground, drunk driver collision. They're all fucking bleeding out on the scene, and these guys are playing patty cakes. What the fuck's happening here? It's like, Billy, shut up and kiss me. You have to be inside of me now. Now you have to be inside of me. You have to go inside of me now, Billy.
You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved.
Okay.
You're relieved.
Go home.
No. Billy, you have to understand something. You're relieved. Billy, you're relieved. Go home in the headquarters and wait for me.
After my crash.
No, Billy, you're relieved.
I have
Billy.
officers here.
Billy.
Right here. They could get waffled because my car is blocking it.
Billy, you're relieved.
No, Chief.
No, Billy. Please, Billy, don't. You're suspended, Billy.
I'm suspended?
Yes.
He's just elevating the charges. What's going on? Is that his like dad or something? I genuinely don't understand. I genuinely don't understand how this conversation is taking place. This is such a weird dynamic between the police chief and a fucking cop. I don't know who the drunk one is. I feel like Billy's not the drunk one. The police chief is just like, Billy, you're relieved. And now you have to relieve me, Billy. All right? You have to relieve me, Billy. You know how.
Okay. I'm going home.
Yes. Billy, come here.
I'm going home.
We
can't talk. I'm suspended.
No.
I'm suspended.
You're
I'm going
to headquarters
home.
and you're going to wait for me there.
No, I'm not. I'm suspended. I'm going home.
You're going to go in the headquarters and wait for me there.
Let me work my crash.
No,
this is why I'm here.
Billy, you're suspended.
All right, if I'm suspended, then I'm not going to wait inside. Nothing more to say.
No, Billy. You have to. Let me explain something to you. Billy, you're suspended.
Okay.
He's so stupid. No. You're suspended, but you can't go home. You're suspended. You have to go back to the precinct and wait for me. He's just following him around.
Yes. Okay.
Wait for me in there.
How did you do that? What a menace this girl is. What a menace. Ray was like, oh, here, this is a toy that she hasn't been able to break. Little did she know, Kaya, of course, is capable of breaking all toys. Look at her. What are you looking at? What'd you do to your toy? You broke it. Don't wag your tail at me like that, little cutie pie. Oh my God. Look at this. It's crazy. Look, watch when I turn around. Tail wag stops. Tail wag stops when I look away. Oh, she's so fucking cute. Oh my God. Oh my God. What a cutie patootie.
Can you do me a favor? Can you put your car where my car is so our officers and first aid don't get run over, please?
I got you.
Thank you.
Billy's suspended. You see what happened there?
Yes, Chief.
What happened?
There's some type of exchange between you and Sergeant Major.
We're going to talk about that later. Everybody's got that. Billy's suspended. You really got this. What do you got here? What do you have?
We're trying to figure that out, Chief.
Go on, Billy.
What are you doing? I mean, in there.
Okay. Yes, you're gonna meet me in there. Go and put the dog in right now.
There's nowhere to put her. She's gonna ruin things.
Okay, we'll leave her in there. Go in.
I'm going. I got people on the road. I want to make sure they're safe. I want to run you over, so watch out.
No. Come on. Go ahead. You know I love you. Come on.
This guy was a terrible chief. He ridiculed in place sometime in front of Burr residents, hurled expletives at staff, physically accosted a few officers, spit on one, and he showed up drunk at a crash scene. Authorities said, average cop. I'm just telling you, dude. It's just, this is normal police activities. You understand? I love you, he says.
I want to run you over, so watch out.
No. Come on. Go ahead. You know I love you. Come on.
I know. What? What's wrong with you?
He said, what? He said, I know. And they said, what?
Stop. Billy.
Why would you do that to me?
Stop. Billy. Stop. You got enough problems already. Please.
Okay.
That? There's a canine unit, Kaya. Those are bad cops. Or those are bad dogs. Yeah, apparently after this, the police chief actually retired early after this altercation.
Leonard Gaida is retiring effective March 1st, 6 months earlier than planned. An investigation was launched into his conduct during a traffic accident back in November. After criticizing a responding sergeant about the jacket he was wearing, the sergeant tried to return to the investigation, but the chief kept calling after him.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
Over here.
Chief, I'm on a DWI.
The sergeant walked back toward the cars involved in the crash when the chief followed him and the conversation turned physical.
Chief, I'm working. I don't have time to argue about a jacket, okay? Don't you touch me. Don't you touch me.
What would you do if Kai brought home a canine officer? Would you be okay with your daughter dating a cop? Absolutely not. No. I'd rather have a thought daughter or a gay son than a daughter who dates a cop.
You touch me. You have a problem? You grabbed me. What? Now get out of here before you get a problem.
Take him in. Take him
No, you're going to go in.
Take him in.
Drunk again.
Reports say the sergeant has since returned to work. The mayor of Bradley Beach says actions have been taken based upon the recommendations by the prosecutor's office, but did not elaborate. He also thanked Gaida for his more than 40 years of service to Bradley Beach and says the community is safer because of him. For Inside Edition Digital, I'm Mara Monson.
He resigned in disgrace. Did you know Germany decriminalized weed today, yet fair evasion can still get you arrested here? That's so German. So it was the chief that was drunk and none of the cops had the balls to arrest him? Yeah, dude. Haven't you seen? We've watched so many cop videos like that. We've watched so many cop videos like that where they where they refuse to arrest one another for being drunk on the job. Would you rather have a feminist progressive cop daughter or a racist sexist homophobic accountant son? Racist sexist homophobic accountant son. That means I taught him well. Look at this guy. That shit is hurt, dude. What the hell is that? That's not normal. Check his PC. What the fuck happened to it? Police officer, influencer, cringe.
You know, it kind of seems like these days each career has to.
Oh yeah, sexy cops. Cody said A cab. Them, are you okay? Nah, I'm just tired, torn apart, irritated, regretting everything, extremely exhausted. D, drowning. Yeah, I'm just tired. It's a new kind of genetic engineered goat. Wait, really? D, drinking on the job. Yeah, cops going emo is awesome. I want to build a strong family. Difficulties do not scare me. I'm not afraid of children. I like animals. Bro, it's so funny because he's got like the fucking the I like to beat teenagers badge on too. I think he has a thin blue line. Yeah, of course.
This one's just kind of confusing. Wait, women are shocked when they find out that I'm a lonely cop. They think I'm weird. Don't any of you like me? I mean, this is just kind of like, don't any of you like me?
You're under arrest for not liking me.
Women are so M's.
If you hate cops just because they're cops, then the next time you get in trouble, call a crackhead. We need cops to keep us safe.
Oh, he played the fucking next time call a crackhead. Bro, a crackhead's got better dance moves than this motherfucker. I think crackheads get a bad rap. Nah, still ACAB back to blue. Horny Deborah's fucking posing. Just found out there's a wink challenge. How'd I do?
Dude, I mean, these like...
That is illegal. That should be illegal. He should go to jail for that. I think he should go to jail for that. I feel like that's valid. There is a crisis of horny Deborahs and Barbaras out here on TikToks. In the comment section of TikToks, this is the real epidemic. Ain't nobody is stopping them. Dude, someone said white men scare me, but like honestly, horny white women are, especially above a certain age, like, what was that Twitter? I saw a tweet like a while back that was like, white women get to a certain age and they get so horny they could power a nuclear reactor. It's like, I don't know how to describe it. It's a terrifying horniness. Very specific type of conservative white lady too.
Audience for these ladies right here. They like a man in a uniform.
Women refuse to date me when they find out I'm a cop. They say I'm a loser. Am I not worthy of true love? No. Next question. I would like to spend nights with a girlfriend, but I haven't. That's why I'm working so much at the moment. But I keep waiting for you, my future love.
Future love. I don't even... I would like to spend nights...
Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh God. I'm about to turn 40 and still not married. Women are afraid to get involved with guys in a uniform because it's a dangerous job. In that case, am I not destined to find love? Yes. Next question. Women refuse to date me when they find out I've tased their father. Why am I so lonely? Yeah, it's just they saw the 40% statistic and they don't want to partake in it, which is valid, I think. I'm 35. I work hard. I like sports, and I have a dog, but I feel lonely. I haven't met a woman in a long time.
But I feel lonely. I haven't met a woman in a long time.
Where are all the single girls?
Single girls. Why are there so many posts like this? I don't understand. What is it about cops where they like are so sadly horny online? Arrest me. Oh my God. Fucking flex. And I'm still single. Does any...
I'm 39-year-old. I'm cop. I don't drink alcohol. I drive a car and I'm still single. Does anyone like it here? Or is this a real thing? Like, are they just always posting this shit? He said, I'm cop. I drive a car. He got so horny he couldn't even type correctly. I've been covering copfluencers for a long time, but security TikTok is really where it's at.
I need to be alone in my thoughts when I'm tripping. Pouring out my heart, but I don't think you really listen. If you stab me in my back, I hope you stand on your decision. And if you ain't in my shoes, and stay the fuck up on my business.
Hud, this has 1 like. How did you find this? Hud, this has 1 like and 6 comments, man. McDouchey. And he said, hater.
Niggas ain't your brothers, had to learn that shit the hard way. You know how we rockin', swear to God, that's what they all say. Hoes don't want love, they want nail appointments and spa days. Put my heart on ice, cause all these bitches tryna ride way. Keep it lit for keeps, you know we gon' live it up for you. That's my nigga Myron, I remember looking up to you. To my last bitch, I can't believe I used to fuck with you. She only broke my heart because I let it get too comfortable. Put my faith in people, but they always disappointed me. I don't need your love, can you show me all your loyalty? Don't see the bigger picture, you just tryna make the frame fit. Telling me you different, but you showing me the same shit. I've been in the
This is crazy. What is he even showing? I don't understand what he's securing right now. As you in 20 years, bud, I will not be wearing these fucking Oakley ass glasses, let me tell you. I love copfluencers. Becomes a cop because it sounded fun and exciting. Slowly starts missing holidays, B-days, family events for work. Becomes miserable introvert who doesn't want to do anything. Then don't be a cop, man. I don't get it. Securing his loneliness. He's securing the fucking bag. Another vid from security. Oh my God. You guys are so cringe, dude. Take a week off. Okay. Yeah, you got me. Lol. Fucking got him. Don't listen. Everyone in this community is celebrating mid right now when you do that. You're celebrating mid. Horny Deborah's in the comments of this. Oh my God, it's so loud. What the fuck? Is this trend still trending? What is the trend? Was that ever trending? Sir, this trend will never be old. The hip walks with the pew never get old. Sorry, Anna. Anyways, please never stop. Damn it. Now I gotta go to church. This trend should never go away. It is again now. Always a trend. The hip walks never get old. Gonna break all the laws. Oh, yes. Thank you for your service. Stay safe. On another note, love these. Yes, I looked. Bro, what happens when you find out your mom is like in the comments of this? You know what I mean? Like, who the fuck? What is happening here? Like, these are abortion. It is said that if you wear a cop uniform, every Indiana 7 will follow your thirst trap. What the hell is this? The cult of the blind pope? The Palmarian church? Moms are in the comments saying the same to you, by the way. I just don't like. Oh my God. So This woman is so horny for cops. She literally has like Miss Thin Blue Line. It's like bucket bunnies, but for cops. Like this is a specific kink. This is why cops are so afraid of 15-minute cities. If these Debras didn't have to drive 40 minutes to cheat on their HVAC husbands, the divorce rate would be 100%. They are called badge bunnies. My mom is one. Oh, no. Let's look at the Thin Blue Line hashtag. What?
Dishwasher, send back up.
What's up, Bree?
Dishwasher, send back.
D'Angelo Wallace about Ozempic being prevalent
you may have heard
in
about this
Hollywood?
thing called Ozempic.
Influencers and celebrities been taking Ozempic.
People hate on it because they want to do it.
People who should be taking them aren't taking them.
Everyone's like, a smaller portion. Like, shut the
Right. People who shouldn't be taking them are.
You're on Ozempic.
But they do have side effects.
I think that they've gotten overhyped. Medicines have side effects.
And the people who hate on the most, the people who are secretly doing it or pissed off that they can't afford it.
If you have money, you can get your hands on Ozempic.
Are you worried that because this has gotten so trendy,
Excuse me, do you need some water?
you won't be able to treat the people who truly need it?
No, I need some Ozempic.
I was thinking maybe we could talk about that. Hi.
D'Angelo Wallace looking angelic. By the way. Looking ethereal. Out of control.
Yeah, I'm D'Angelo, and at this point introducing myself would be like introducing the air. We already know I'm all over the place, but I still give you life. Anyway, I'm glad you're here because today we have ourselves a moral dilemma. Rich people have finally figured out how to purchase being skinny. Yes, it's every bit as dystopian as it sounds, and no, it's kind of not great for anybody. Ozempic is a weight loss medication, and to call it popular would be the understatement of the century. The only thing more prevalent than the Ozempic prescriptions at this point is the number of people who seem to have strong opinions about the drugs and everybody who's using them. As you can tell from the intro, there's a whole lot of discourse about who should be using this medication. And if you ask 10 different people, you're probably going to get 10 different answers. But one thing is clear, there are a lot of people who should not be using Ozempic, and many of them seem to be hanging out in Hollywood, California. It's gotten to the point where even other celebrities and the companies selling these drugs have called out certain people for using them earlier this month.
Some people have been using medicine, never meant for them.
But with Oprah releasing a viral TV special just a couple weeks ago where she defends her Ozempic usage, the discourse has only intensified, and at this point, it's boiling over. So what's
my controversial opinion is that America has a much larger issue with obesity. So we should put fucking Ozempic in the water.
What's really going on here? Well, it turns out the answer is a little bit of everything, I guess. So I figured we could do a deep dive into how Ozempic is being used by celebrities, how that affects the way everyone else uses it, and what this says about some pretty deep-rooted societal issues like fat phobia, classism, and unattainable body standards. All of which probably explain why people get so touchy about this. I've got a ton of pop culture examples, opinions from experts, and even just my own personal experience as somebody who used to be overweight. So as you can see, we have a lot to get into. So first, let's take a quick look at today's sponsor. Today's video is sponsored by Grammarly. Some people seem to think YouTube is easy or something. Like, I just wake up every day and I'm naturally funny, well-researched, and attractive without even trying. And you know what? Those people are right. But sometimes the research takes a bit of writing, and that's why I use Grammarly, the AI writing partner.
Don't people gain back more weight when they get off, or do you just have to take it for life? Yes. You have to. If you get off of it, you gain more of the weight back. You rebound way harder. Because a lot of people, there's also a bunch of side effects too. There's a bunch of side effects apparently as well for Ozempic. Just regulate your damn food. It's so hard, man. That's crazy that you're saying that. I say that as someone who like obviously doesn't take Ozempic, but has been able to figure out a way to regulate my damn food. Let me tell you, it's just not easy.
That helps you write better, faster. With a ton of features just a click away, I find it super helpful. Grammarly helps you ideate, so you can quickly get past the idea stage by kicking things off with some AI assistance. Grammarly helps you reply by summarizing incoming emails and helping you draft your responses. The less time it takes to clear out your inbox, the better. Grammarly helps you revise. No more guessing when it comes to tone and clarity. Now, you can easily make sure your work is compelling and easy to understand. Grammarly doesn't allow third parties to use your writing for AI training, so you're completely in control of your privacy. To explore all the ways that Grammarly can help you improve your writing from start to finish, you can download Grammarly for free today at grammarly.com/Wallace02. Again, you can try all these great features for free. That's grammarly.com/Wallace02. Now let's get into the video. You know what? I'm about to say it. The F word. Sorry, YouTube. The word fat is not a slur. It's a neutral descriptor that should imply nothing about a person's attractiveness or character, but unfortunately, we live in this.
It's not that hard to just buy healthier food. What are you talking about? This, dude, weight loss is so much more complicated than that. Come on, guys. It's used for hyperhidrosis primarily. Now it's a fashion weight loss drug. Okay. Okay, everybody, the quickest and easiest and best way to lose weight is just eating less. Okay, that's it. But that part is not that easy. Ozempic has the capacity to, I guess, according to some, not only just shut off your appetite, but also has the capacity to like help with addictive behaviors in general. You do, I think, lose muscle mass as well. And it's used for diabetes. Why is everyone being so odd about it? Easiest way is to go through her Twitter likes. That's funny. As a doctor, it's extremely simple. If you have diabetes and obesity or morbid obesity without diabetes, it is safe for you to take Ozempic. But yes, you have to take it for life. Side effects are mild, by the way. Solid drug, to be honest. Yeah, I think a lot of people hate it because it's a fad. That's what I think. But there are definitely side effects to it. I think gut paralysis is one of them. Like I've looked into it. All right, let's watch
society.
And hear what he has
we could
to say.
talk until the cows come home about what fat should or should not mean, but it doesn't change the fact that the word still does get weaponized constantly, especially by people who are thinner. So personally, I will not be using that word to describe anyone, not because it's a bad word, but just it causes different feelings in different people based on their experience with it. But let's make one thing clear. If I'm talking about myself, I used to be fat. I have experience with obesity, major weight loss, and existing in a bigger body. Nowadays, it's a thin body. And while I may have changed outwardly, it's important for you to know that deep down, my ego is just as big as it's ever been. If anything, it might be even worse now because it's...
Please stop spreading misinformation. Ozempic is extremely dangerous. Wait, what? Extremely dangerous? Jesus Christ. Okay, before people say that's not fat, no, dude, what the fuck? Stop fat gatekeeping. He was overweight. The fuck are you guys talking about?
It's like concentrated. But anyway,
Jesus
when I talk about
Christ.
weight loss, obesity, and bigger people in this video, I don't see any of this as being other. As far as I'm concerned, we're all in this together. So in part one, I want to look at what Ozempic is and how it took both Hollywood and the internet by storm. At this point, this isn't my first weird internet trend rodeo, but of all the weird things I've seen go viral, literal medication is definitely a first. So what is it about Ozempic specifically that's causing all this obsession? Well, as it turns out, there's a lot of reasons, and it goes a lot deeper than just being the latest celebrity fixation. Have you noticed that recently a lot of people in Hollywood have gotten skinnier, seemingly out of nowhere? You might not have even noticed this trend because at first the cases seemed somewhat disconnected, but as more and more stunning celebrity transformation narratives started being spun back to back, people couldn't help but notice a couple common threads. These cases all seem to coincide with the rise in popularity of the drug Ozempic. Also, before we get into it, I just want to make it clear that I'm not here to promote or recommend any medication or health advice whatsoever. Like, yes, I'm literally God's gift to the world, but no, I don't have a medical degree. It's not like I took the hypocritical oath or whatever. So just enjoy this video for what it is, entertainment, and an opportunity to stare into my eyes for the next hour. Anyway, to get started, I thought it would be helpful to nail down what Ozempic actually is. We all know it's weight loss medication, but the specifics behind it are a little more convoluted because technically, Ozempic is actually not a weight loss medication. Except for when it is. So like, here's how it works. Ozempic is a name brand for a drug called semaglutide. This drug is manufactured by the company Novo Nordisk, and it's used to treat type 2 diabetes. When it was discovered that it also had the...
By the way, the thing about Ozempic is that my dad, I think, was taking it for his diabetes, and he was still eating, okay? The thing that actually caused them to no longer be like incredibly morbidly obese, like literally almost died multiple times obese, was a major surgery. It wasn't just a gastric bypass. He also, on top of the gastric bypass, got like literally his intestines shortened too. So that was the only way that he was able to lose weight and keep the weight off. It was major surgical procedure. So I think people still can out-eat Ozempic.
The side effect of pretty major weight loss, doctors began prescribing it off-label for obesity. Off-label means even though the FDA approved it for one thing, it still works for the other thing, and so it's also being used for that. But then, Novo Nordisk started marketing semaglutide, the very same drug as Ozempic, under the separate brand name of Wegovy. And Wegovy, they were able to get approved by the FDA for the treatment of obesity. But it doesn't end there. In addition to semaglutide, there's a similar medication called tirzepatide. They work in slightly different ways, but they have mostly the same effect. So besides Novo Nordisk, there is another company called Eli Lilly, and they're the prime manufacturers of tirzepatide. Just like semaglutide, tirzepatide is effective for 2 major diseases at once.
Your dad lost weight because he was at the top 1 economic status and could afford medical attention? What? God, these performative fucks care about fat phobia until it's about a fat conservative hog? What are you talking about? What? My diabetic dad was prescribed Ozempic last year and he stopped taking it because it made him barf endlessly.
So Eli Lilly sells that drug as both Mounjaro for type 2 diabetes and Zepbound for obesity. But also, much like Ozempic, Mounjaro is frequently prescribed off-label for obesity as well. Got all that? So here's a recap. Ozempic is Novo Nordisk's diabetes medication whose generic name is semaglutide, which they also sell as Wegovy, a weight loss medication, even though both get prescribed for weight loss. Similarly, Mounjaro and Zepbound are the name brand of Eli Lilly's tirzepatide, which they sell for diabetes and obesity respectively as well, even though both get prescribed for weight loss. So basically, when someone says Ozempic, they may be referring to any one of 4 different medications, which are actually just 2 medications that both do the same 2 things that are made by 2 different companies, which market the 4 brand names in the same 2 ways. Which I think is probably why people just say Ozempic. Oh, and also Novo Nordisk sells semaglutide as pills instead of injections, and they call that one Rybelsus. Does that all make sense? Like, you got all that? So anyway, now that nobody is confused by that anymore, I think it could also be helpful to take a look at how Ozempic, aka semaglutide, works. I'm gonna give you baby's first explanation of GLP-1 receptor agonist medication. Not because I think you're stupid, but because I feel like a baby, and this was the first explanation that I actually understood. So basically, your body naturally produces a hormone called GLP-1. GLP-1 regulates your brain's hunger signals as well as your body's insulin levels and therefore your blood sugar. Some people's GLP-1 levels are not as balanced as others. So now their blood sugar and or hunger signals are too high, which can lead to type 2 diabetes and or obesity. That's where semaglutide comes in. It mimics GLP-1, which balances your levels back out.
What is Ozempic? It's mimicking hormones that are a hormone that's released into your intestine when you eat food.
So the resulting lower blood sugar is how type 2 diabetes is treated. It also slows down the process of food moving through your body, making you feel fuller longer. So both the slow digestion and the regulated hunger signals serve to reduce your appetite, which in turn leads to weight loss over time. And that's how the obesity is treated.
The Ozempic doesn't burn any calories. It's about controlling your hunger.
And there you have my declassified, highly simplified glucagon-like peptide 1 receptor guide. Now, GLP-1 receptor agonist medication isn't exactly new.
We've been using Ozempic, by the way, for 5 years.
But recently, the medication has surged in popularity more than ever. I'm talking crazy popular. Ozempic Wegovy drug prescriptions hit 9 million, surged 300% in under 3 years. It's at the point where these drugs are accelerating the expansion of the economy of Denmark, Novo Nordisk's home country. Other companies are feeling the effects too. Walmart said the drugs are causing people to buy less food. Weight Watchers is experiencing their worst financial times ever. We'll actually get into the Weight Watchers thing more later, but as you can see, this is all kind of a big deal. And on the one hand, I feel like the Ozempic—
Your food fucking rottens in your body. That's why people are throwing up. What the fuck? What is this man saying? What do you mean food is rotting in your body? What?
Ozempic boom just kind of makes sense. Like, the World Health Organization tells us that there is a global obesity epidemic, or globesity, which is a term that the WHO has been trying to make happen since 2001.
Bro, I mean, this was going to happen no matter what, dude. The moment that Ozempic started popping off in like LA circles, I would say like 2 years ago, and then they did that 60 minutes, that 60 minutes special. I was like, oh, it's over. This shit makes me so mad. Like, why wait until the chronic illness of diabetes, heart issues, etc., caused by obesity, and not curb it with treating obesity as a chronic illness? I agree. And so does our public health specialist in the chat. I don't have an issue with Ozempic. I don't take it because I've been able to manage my weight loss without it. But if I couldn't, I would. You know, I think that it's like, it's fucking awesome. It's great.
One, apparently. I understand the vision, but also no. But also kudos for saying that. For spilling. Anyways, it stands to reason that a new effective medicine that treats one of the biggest medical issues facing literally all of humanity would catch on pretty quickly. But the strangest thing about Ozempic was that it wasn't just rising in usage, it started rising in status. And if you're wondering who is backwards enough to turn a medication injection pin into some sort of messed up status symbol, look no further than Hollywood. It's at the point where you can't even have a discussion about these medications without famous people coming up in the process. If you want to learn more about the exact specifics of how Ozempic works, there's this great Vox video that dives into the science behind it. But even on this video, which is just a straightforward explanation, there are comments like this. Vox, I'm disappointed that the abuse of this drug by Hollywood and influencers for a quick fix to weight loss.
It literally feels like people think it's like a cheat code or something. I think it's like, weirdly enough, it's unironic fat phobia, in my opinion, that people think that like fat people should suffer. Okay? Like, sure, there are reasonable cautious people in the situation, especially the yo-yo dieting, especially like if you get off of it, you are going to relapse and most likely fucking take on a shit ton of the weight and more. There's that reality of it, especially if you have disordered eating, if you haven't like actually fixed your eating regimen in a healthy way. And then beyond that, there's also the fears of the side effects, which is understandable, maybe a little overblown, but definitely understandable. It is wild to me, though, that people unironically are just like, fat people should lose weight, but not like that, is the main consensus here. Fat people should lose weight. Fucking lose the weight, fatty. You're a fucking moral failure. Also, like people getting mad at Lizzo going to the gym. You know what I mean? Being like, why is this fat fuck going to the gym? It's like, what do you want him to do? What do you want her to do? She's at the fucking gym. Isn't that what you want? Like, what is happening? And then they're like, oh, you're cheating. You're cheating. If you lose weight that way, you're cheating. And it makes no sense. It's like, okay, well, what the fuck are people supposed to do? What do you want? What do you want people to do? They're losing the weight. Why are you mad? I thought that's what you wanted. I thought that's what you thought fat shaming was good for. Fat shaming works because it makes people lose weight. First of all, it doesn't, okay? It literally doesn't. Fat shaming does the exact opposite if you actually care about the morality behind it. It legitimately does the exact opposite because fat people know they're fucking fat, okay? They see it every day. They carry it around with them all the time, no pun intended, like literally. So the idea that like, fat shaming is going to somehow help fat people is silly, ridiculous, does the exact opposite. But then people fucking get mad when people take Ozempic and it's like, what do you want? It's like when I was 290 pounds and jogging and teens would drive by and say, run, fat ass. Bro, I am. I hate it.
Wasn't emphasized as much as it should be. So you know what? We're here. We've got time. Let's emphasize it. All right, so here's the thing. I'm not going to sit here and point to specific celebrities and say, yep, that guy, Ozempic poster child. Because at the end of the day, unless you're literally this person's primary care physician or med spa drug dealer, you literally have no way of knowing if they're using this medication or not. But at the same time, it is also an open secret at this point. In fact, I don't even know if I would call it a secret. Like this off-reference clip of comedian Jimmy Kimmel making a joke about Ozempic at last year's Oscar Awards says a lot.
When I look around this room, I can't help but wonder, is Ozempic right for me?
The polite yet strained laughter is pretty clear. Celebrities are obsessed with semaglutide right now. Elon Musk tweeted about using Ozempic/Wegovy. Comedian Chelsea Handler opened up about it, and I'm only mentioning people right now who have admitted it.
What do we think of this Ozempic takeover in Hollywood?
Well, listen, it's a miracle for anyone who's ever struggled with their weight.
And here's the thing, she is right.
The fuck? When was Chelsea Handler even like overweight? That's wild. But
like
anyway.
This shouldn't be too much of a hot take, but medicine is good. It's great that we have better ways of treating obesity now. But here's the problem. Hollywood isn't exactly known for being full of people struggling with obesity. Some of these celebrities are not trying to treat a medical condition. They're literally just trying to fit into their ever-diminishing red carpet outfits. Like apparently the drug is being handed out so willy-nilly that Chelsea didn't even know she was taking it.
My anti-aging doctor just hands it out to anybody, right? I didn't even know I was on it.
So here's the thing.
Fuck?
Well,
okay, that's not the average person. That's just like insane Hollywood nonsense. That's insane. How the fuck do you not know what medication you're taking? What is an anti-aging doctor? What the hell? Dude, what is going on here? Dude, Hollywood doctors are crazy.
I would never shame someone with a medical condition for, you know, taking medicine. I think it's pretty safe to say that that is a completely separate issue from this.
She goes, if you ever want to drop 5 pounds, this is good.
If you ever want to know what's really going on in Hollywood, look no further than the comedians. They are certainly part of the in crowd, but they're a lot more likely to expose the open secrets of said crowd in order to get laughs from those on the outside. We laugh because it's confirming what we already know deep down, that these people are really, really weird. The joke functions not just as comedy, but as an insight into a truth hidden in plain sight. The whole phenomenon is best summed up by the poet Homer.
It's funny because it's true.
So what truth are Jimmy Kimmel and Chelsea Handler telling us? Well, that rich people have indeed figured out how to buy skinny, and now their anti-aging doctors are prescribing Ozempic even just to lose 5 pounds, resulting in the last little bit of body diversity in Hollywood being weeded out once and for all.
People who are not that overweight are taking these drugs to lose maybe 10, 15, 20 pounds.
How a diabetes drug became the talk of Hollywood, tech, and the Hamptons. This is the Hollywood drug. Everyone.
Ozempic isn't a solution, dude. That's what some people are getting pissed at. Yeah, some people are getting mad it's a Chico, but other people are pissed in the same way that they were mad at Mr. Beast. It's not a solution, only a bandage on a festering wound. Wait, what? Okay. This is like getting mad at Mr. Beast literally for fixing like for curing the one specific disease that he helped cure. Though people are mad, myself included, that the system is broken. If everybody, I wouldn't be mad if if healthcare was free and Ozempic was being fucking dished out. Like, what do you mean? I'm not mad at like people taking Ozempic. Like, you're talking about being mad at the system and then acting like people that are mad at Ozempic are not mad at it being a cheat code.
Everyone I know is on it, says Patty Stanger of Bravo TV's The Millionaire Matchmaker.
These weren't developed for cosmetic uses, but they're being used cosmetically because they're so amazing in their effect.
It's like the new Botox, says Terry Dubrow, the plastic surgeon from the TV show Botched. I love it. It's so good. Everyone is suddenly showing up 25 pounds lighter, says Andy Cohen of Real Housewives fame. What happens when they stop taking Ozempic? And he's not exaggerating either. I got on the bandwagon, says Real Housewives of New Jersey star Dolores Catania. What housewife isn't on Ozempic? Asks Cohen. Not one. I wasn't going to come to this reunion looking bigger than anyone else.
Monjuro. It's another part of it.
Oh, that's the amped up version.
Yeah.
Oh, is it?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that's the fast forward to Skinnyville.
Like, if fast forward to Skinnyville doesn't tell you how casually these celebs are treating these drugs, I don't know what does.
I really want to try it when I give birth.
No, some people are mad their loved ones can't get diabetes medication because everyone else is taking it. This is the part I don't understand. Like, if there's a drug shortage problem, especially on Ozempic, it's not the fault of people taking Ozempic. It's the fault of the fucking FDA for not properly regulating it, and it's the fault of the suppliers for limiting the supply. Plus, I don't even think that that's a real issue. I feel like that's already been solved. It's like one of those, because it's not one of those like drugs that is like a super hardcore controlled substance that you genuinely lean on a lot of FDA regulation on. They should still up the production though. Like that's the issue. The new anger is it costs $5 to make and they charge $1,000. I mean, that's awful. It also makes it really expensive and makes insurance companies not want to provide it. Yeah, because those guys are fucking pieces of shit. Hello? That's a totally separate issue. The reason there are shortages of Wegovy and Zepbound is because of the pens. They don't have enough injector pens. Manjaro is currently on a national back order. I just got off the phone with my pharmacy 5 minutes ago, and they've been told the issue will persist until at least the end of April. What a garbage take, bro. The issue is that it's overprescribed. Bro, I'm sorry. We're talking about like maximum 40,000 Hollywood celebrities and people that live in like Los Angeles, California that are taking it that shouldn't really be taking it. You're ridiculous if you think that it's like overprescribed in a country where 60% of the nation is obese. It is not overprescribed for a country like the United States of America. Okay? That's actually kind of wild. Like I don't think that it's overprescribed. I think that you're seeing like rich people and you're thinking it's just like rich people taking it, and you're not thinking that like your Aunt Deborah in fucking Arkansas has been prescribed one. You're over your skis on this one, bud. What does that even mean? No, dude. I don't understand. I think that if you are obese and your doctor prescribes you Ozempic, that's not a bad thing. That's a valid reason to get it. Okay. Was that like Canadian take? You know, Canadians still see the top of the hour ad break, right? Just letting you know. Unless you're subscribed for $5 or for free. At the top of the hour, I mean. Yes, it is. You don't need it if you're obese. Diabetics need it. Major difference. No, that's not a... What are you talking about? Yo, this, again, comes from the reality that we do not fucking see obesity as a medical problem, but a moral failure. That's the issue. You're literally looking at it like, no, obese people are just like moral failures. They should just eat less, lol. Like, you don't think about it as a medical issue at all. You just described two different medical issues. One, ironically, that causes the other, by the way, half the fucking time. And you're just like, yeah, dude, it's just a fucking, just eat less, lol. Obesity is an illness, okay? It is a disease. Obesity is also likely to cause all of the other illnesses, including diabetes. Not at all. Oh my God, that's taking what I said way out of proportion. I'm someone who literally needs it but cannot get it. Yes, it is. You don't need it if you're obese. Yes, you do. You do need it if you're obese. What statistics do you have on that, and what qualifies you to read those stats? What should disqualify people from getting their medication? Are you mad at people with lupus taking anti-malaria drugs too? Wait, what? Oh, you're talking to the other chatter. But you just watch someone saying doctors are handing out to lose 5 and 10 pounds? Yes, because I'm talking about you're watching the most extreme version of that. Do you think doctors are fucking handing it out to like a person that's 10 pounds overweight in the rest of the country, and that's why there's a massive shortage? It's just people who are on the verge. Like, it's people who are just a little bit overweight that are just taking up all the supply. Are you kidding me? In a country where there's 60% obesity? No, there's a fuck ton of obese people. You're only seeing Hollywood. Obviously, these people are the people that don't need it and are taking it. And you're thinking every single person is doing this all around the fucking country. And it's like ridiculous. No, you're looking at the edge cases of people that don't fucking need it that are taking it. Anyway. This is going to be such an annoying debate forever. Like, is anyone's business what medicine someone else is taking and wash your ass? Confirmation biased here. Would you like to hear what I have to say? Yeah. Like, Hollywood weight loss trends are only the fucking tip of the iceberg, okay? That's the issue here. A lot of people think that it's just like, a lot of people are surrounded, okay? A lot of people are surrounded by, unironically, like extremely overweight, obese people who probably would like to take it or are taking it right now and think that it's just the fucking Chelsea handlers of the world that are taking Ozempic. Okay? In a country where there is a massive problem, with obesity, like, it makes sense why this would be prescribed a lot. And it's not just the celebrities that are taking it. Because that's why I said maximum 40,000 people in Hollywood are not the reason why Ozempic is like on a shortage. It's on a shortage because there's a shit ton of people who need it. Because I do see obesity as a health issue, similarly to diabetes.
This is literally a joke to these people. Besides the fact that this is just dystopian in general, I have to point out that it's not only extremely unethical, but very dangerous as well. Medicine is tested on people who have medical conditions, not typically on those without. So taking drugs to treat something you literally don't have is just reckless because you have no idea what you're actually doing to your body.
Ideally, what doctors are looking for is for a continued 1 to 2 pound weight loss per week, certainly not the 10, 15 pounds in 1 week that people are claiming they've lost on these medications when they're using them in a non-prescribed,
That is a problem. If you're losing more than a pound and a half a week, it's very dangerous. That's not good at all. Unless you're like super, super omega obese, in which case, like, you will in the first couple of weeks, like, lose a shit ton of weight. But that should stop after like the 3rd week, basically. Yeah. Like, obviously, and I say this as someone with like a lot of personal experience in this. Like, you're shedding a lot of water weight when you start dieting, but you should never be losing more than 1.5 pounds maximum 2 pounds a week. If you want to reliably lose weight in a healthy manner. That's crazy.
uncontrolled way.
And putting yourself in danger just because you want to be size 0 instead of size 1 is one thing, but it gets even worse. These medications have been on the US government's drug shortages list for years at this point. Drug shortages aren't just bad for the obvious reasons of people not being able to get the help they need either. It gets more awful when awful people take advantage of people's desperation for this product by selling counterfeit Ozempic pins online, which resulted in serious side effects and sometimes even death. So these Hollywood actors potentially endangering themselves is one thing, but it's absolutely unacceptable.
Pound a day, absolute max. Pound a day. I'm talking 2 pounds a week, man. What the fuck? Max. No, it is unhealthy if you lose more than 2 pounds a week, especially after like a certain period, unless you like a pound a day is you need a doctor to fucking get you back on track. Pound a day is insane. Pound a day, you're shitting out of your doo-doo ass. Yeah, there's an issue there.
Acceptable when you realize they are contributing to a shortage that is endangering the health and very lives of people who actually need the stuff. And also they can perpetuate the same beauty standards that
there's no medical evidence to suggest faster weight loss is unhealthy. Whether it's sustainable is another discussion. Sustainability is the key factor in weight loss. Chad, what the fuck are we talking about? It's the most important part. People don't just like unless you're trying to make weight for like wrestling or some shit. The fuck do you mean sustainability is another problem? Sustainability is the problem. It is the only problem. That's why you should not be losing more than a fucking pound and a half a week anyway. That's the whole point. People always think, people have a really weird, unhealthy, and outright false understanding of what diets are. Diets are not something that you do for like a couple months and then quit and then go back to your old eating habits. Diets are lifelong. You can have an unhealthy diet. You can have a healthy diet. You can have a diet that focuses on gaining muscle or gaining fat. You can have a diet that focuses on losing fat. But a diet is for life. There is no going back on a diet. It is what it is. So the whole point is that you need to find something that works for you, that you can actually continue and enjoy and do for the rest of your life.
That result in the discrimination against people with obesity in the first place. Even though this has been going on for a couple years now, it's only getting more rampant over time. It's gotten to the point where just a few weeks ago, Eli Lilly, remember them? They released an entire commercial about this. Eli Lilly slams Hollywood's Ozempic obsession ahead of Oscars.
People whose health is affected by obesity are the reason.
Be for real, not everyone's the same as you. Some people lose weight way quicker. Stop being ignorant. Stop spreading false info about weight loss is weird as fuck, by the way. I've lost more than 5 pounds a week and I was fine. Wait, what? I just said, depending on where you're at and how fat you are, for example, like how morbidly obese you are, you could definitely lose more than even 5 pounds, especially in the beginning. A lot of that is basically still shedding water weight. You're over here fucking, I don't know, flexing your like eating disorder or something. I don't know what the fuck's happening. Lol, I'm lying.
We work on these medications. It matters who gets them.
I do have to say though, this ad is kind of annoying because it's literally Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk's responsibility to keep up with the demands for these drugs in the first place. Like, yes, the Hollywood usage thing is bad, but they're not single-handedly causing this problem. And by the way, if it's so important to Eli Lilly that people get the medication they need, maybe they could take some steps to ensure that more people have access to this medication, even if they can't get it through their insurance. Like, I can't help but think that the fact that these meds can cost around $1,000 a month out of pocket, if not more, is probably part of the reason this turned into a class issue where only wealthy people have a 100% chance of acquiring it in the first place. But no, why work on any of that when you can just make a commercial about it? Am I right? A commercial that, frankly, is just going to get even more people thinking, wait, you can use Mounjaro for cosmetic weight loss? And seeing as how big pharma companies are, at the end of the day, still companies, one has to imagine that this was a consideration or even a factor behind making this ad campaign in the first place. But you know, while many people still do deserve to be called out over this, there is a major caveat here. Just because someone is a rich celebrity does not mean that they're exempt from health issues. There are actual people in Hollywood with obesity or even type 2 diabetes, and clearly this drug has helped them. Actor Anthony Anderson has diabetes and was one of the most prominent voices calling for this trend to stop. And while you can certainly acknowledge how wealth, class, privilege, and all of this play a huge role in making it way easier for a celebrity to obtain this medicine as opposed to the average person, you can't just point your finger at any celebrity who has lost weight in the last couple of years and blame them for a national drug shortage. Again, we don't know if they used Ozempic, and even if they did, some people really do need the medicine, even if said people have offshore bank accounts. And this finger pointing trickles down too. Some people seem to think that anyone at all who takes Ozempic for weight loss is just some kind of bad person. And while I primarily blame the celebrities' frivolous usage for this misconception, it's really just rooted in misinformation. Yes, Ozempic may have started off as diabetes medication, but off-label drug prescription by doctors is not like against the rules. The FDA literally has a whole article about how this is a thing that happens. It's not abnormal. You can't say...
Yeah, I mean, I literally take an off-label drug for my hair loss, which is like now sold basically or virtually over the counter at this point. And you can get it very cheap. It's literally for I mean, Propecia. It's for prostate cancer. It's prostate cancer medication. But it is also a DHT blocker, which stops your hair follicles from closing up at the top of your dome. There's a ton of drugs that people take off label. Yeah. Be careful with it. I got really sad from DHT blockers. It's funny you say that because I've been taking it for years and years now. But when I first started taking it, I took 1 milligram a day, and it wasn't good. So I started taking 0.5 milligram a day, and it was fine.
Some medical conditions deserve treatment more than others, and these diseases have a lot of overlap anyway. Really, your ire should be directed towards the right direction. People in Hollywood who do not
You
have
said that drug is not on back order? Yeah, except the problem is, or the reason why it's not on back order, for the record, here it is, by the way, the effects of said medication. The reason why it's not on back order is because there's a shit ton of generics, and it is like made, I mean, it's made with the understanding that, like, you know, a lot of people can take it.
Obesity who do not need this medicine and who are using their immense wealth and privilege to access it anyway for vanity reasons, resulting in shortages that affect people who actually do need it. And also Big Pharma. Big Pharma is literally always the problem. And while you can't decide from looking whether or not someone needs Ozempic, it's safe to say that Hollywood is handing it out so recklessly and for such small amounts of weight that there is some serious misappropriation going on. Besides the obvious harm caused by these celebrities who choose to use this medicine unnecessarily, it's also reinforcing dangerous beauty standards by focusing on rapid weight loss and encouraging everyday people to use it unnecessarily as well by turning it into a trend, further contributing to the shortages that are endangering people who do need it. We'll explore the beauty standard side of things in part 3, but as for the effects of turning Ozempic into a trend, one has to look no further than everybody's favorite clock app. Oh, TikTok, how do I love thee? Let me count the ways. With over 84,000 different videos under the Ozempic hashtag and over 1.5 billion views between them, it's safe to say that TikTok has had an outsized influence on the way people are talking about Ozempic.
This hit TikTok and became like a sensation.
But the attitudes that float around in the entertainment industry inevitably float down towards the internet, meaning Hollywood's nonchalance and borderline jocular stance on Ozempic found an even wider audience on an app where people have a nonchalant and borderline jocular stance on pretty much everything. People started doing the Ozempic hand challenge. This one has about 10 million views, where basically people show the before and after results of the weight loss on their hands. This of course turned into a joke where people started posting other people's hands as their after picture. People often talk about Ozempic face, even though medically speaking, it's literally not a thing. It's just a misnomer for something that a lot of people experience with or without weight loss medication. But anyways, this of course turns into Ozempic face makeup with a cool 2.8 million views. As you can imagine, Ozempic often results in its users eating
This is crazy. Yo, dude, we are so fucked.
smaller portion sizes. And of course, this turns into a joke as well. 2.4 million views, because of course it does. And if it turns into a joke seems to be a common theme here, then you're understanding exactly how TikTok works. Not even the Ozempic theme song is safe at this point.
Ozempic, it shows you were fat not that long ago.
And then things like this get 20 million views and people kind of internalize not just the humor, but the attitudes behind it. Like the lyrics to this parody song are somewhat mild, but I think they reveal some pretty key themes. Ozempic, we know you didn't do that alone. Ozempic, it shows you were fat not that long ago. Like, I get the joke, but it also just kind of makes me wonder, should people have to do it alone? And what does doing it alone even really mean? And I don't want to make it sound
you did it the right way. Like I did it the right way. Okay, the quote unquote right way. It's fucking bullshit. It's ridiculous. There are plenty of people who can't. Okay, part of the reason why I did it the right way, especially the second time around, was because this time around, although I was older, I was much richer. Okay, first time I did it, I wasn't. But it was a lot of fucking hard. It was insanely hard. It was incredibly, incredibly hard. And many people still can't accomplish that. There's nothing wrong with medical intervention, especially when it's literally about like avoiding so many medical complications down the fucking line. It blows my mind. I think it's great.
like mockery is the only thing happening on the platform, beyond people making fun of everything from users of the
Americans are so obsessed with Calvinist predetermination that they think fatness is an innate trait. Yeah, it's a moral failure. You're fat because you're, you know, a failure morally. That's why you're fat. And even if you try to fix it, right, you have to do it the way that I want you to do it. Actually, I don't want you to do it at all because I want to just feel superior to you somehow.
Medication to their faces, to their symptoms, you can find people who are actually sharing helpful information about Ozempic and its counterparts. There's actually a whole side of TikTok just dedicated to people on these medications discussing their experiences. But the thing is, with the majority of the discourse being anywhere from completely unserious to outright misinformation, it starts to do a number on the people consuming this content. I want to be an Ozempic girly so bad. What I gotta say to the doctor to get this? I want Ozempic face. These are all comments with a ton of likes. Obviously, a joke is a joke at the end of the day, but it's all just a bit jarring to see this ticket to Skinnyville sentiment repeated ad nauseum here, just like it is in Hollywood. And guess what? The misplaced anger is alive and well too. One person was just sharing their experience with side effects, specifically vomiting, and someone says, good. Hope it happens to more Ozempic girlies like you. Y'all deserve it. First of all, using the term Ozempic girly in what is undoubtedly a hate comment is just unhinged. But secondly, no. I said it once and
prescription drugs should not be advertised on TV. 100% agreed. That is not a joke. I do agree with that. It's fucking ridiculous. America is like one of the few countries where you can do that. It is fucking mind-boggling. Yeah, it's crazy. I am telling you, they want fat people to die. No, literally. I think, well, they don't want them to die. They just want them to keep suffering. That's what it is. Because if they all die, then there's no fat people to make fun of and feel morally superior to. I think that's what it is. A lot of people literally like are grossed out by fat people. They think it's like, you're disgusting, you're gross, and I want to feel superior to you. And half the fucking time, you didn't even do anything to get to the position that you're in. You know what I mean? You just got lucky. You have better fucking genetics. You know what I mean? In many instances, that's it. Motherfuckers that don't know how to diet, they haven't had to worry about it their entire lives, looking at fat people who did and thinking that they're above them. It's so crazy. It is crazy.
And I'll say it again, there is nothing wrong with taking this medication if you need it, and you cannot tell if someone needs it just by guessing. Nobody who's actually trying out meds for health reasons deserves negative side effects, but we'll get into more of this idea of people deserving or not deserving things in part 3. Another thing that TikTok is very prone to is leaning into unsafe trends that endanger its users, who are typically too young to identify the behavior as being harmful in the first place. And in this case, that's exactly how we wind up with the Ozempic challenge.
Make this drink and you're going to lose 40 pounds less than 2 months.
The idea of losing 40 pounds in 2 months when the CDC recommends that most people should aim for about 1 to 2 pounds a week is horrifying. And telling people that this completely unrealistic—
Look at that. Fake ass CDC, more like the Communist Disorder Central, telling you can't lose more than 2 pounds a week. What the fuck?
Goal will definitely happen if you just make this one weird drink is super irresponsible.
We are officially on day 5 of lose 40 pounds in 2 months diet.
But don't worry, this guy in particular only has a combined 8 million views across his oats.
What the fuck? 40 pounds in 2 months? What is my boy doing? You're gonna fuck your life up. What the fuck is happening, dude? Listen. Here, I'll give you guys another fact that shocked me to my core when I found out, but here's one the fats have over the skinnies, okay? Fat people can live for much longer without eating food than skinny people can. It's true. That's right. You could just literally eat the fat stored on your body for much, much longer. It's true. You die. Skinny people, you die way faster in a life or death scenario. It's true. Once the ice age comes, we will rise the power. Yep. But as a fat person, I'm also miserable. That's not a win, big dog. I'm just saying, dude. I'm just saying. How are you building muscle after losing 40 pounds of everything like this? Like, what's going on there? I mean, he's not. There's no way.
Ozempic videos.
What the hell? Mi gente, this here is working.
And that's just this guy. And unfortunately, things like this taking off is just par for the course on this platform. But of course, it gets worse than that.
Now, for the love of God, I hope that there is nobody who is just drinking this and not eating anything. Because I did see quite a few comments in the video that I was tagged in that said you should try a water diet.
A water diet, also known as literally not eating. I hate it here.
Please don't do, please. I have no other words except for don't.
And in typical TikTok fashion, all of the videos I've just referenced are still publicly available on the platform with no sort of warning attached whatsoever. But don't worry, because they did start taking down content, except the content in question was from the people I mentioned earlier, who were literally just talking about their experiences with the drug so they could help other people.
I think there's several people that would like this answered, and no matter what I say, it's getting taken down.
So let me get this straight. Targeting harmless small creators is more important to TikTok's trust and safety than addressing viral trends that are potentially encouraging children to literally starve themselves. You know what? I think this section's good.
Yeah, fasting is fine. Didn't a guy survive like years out of, was it months without eating? His or beast? No, it was like almost a year, I think. I don't know what the world record is. I think, oh yeah, there it is. 382 days. Oh, a year. Yep. The thing is, you have to still drink water, and I think like take vitamins. You have to, otherwise you will die. But yeah, you can do that. You still need nutrients. Wasn't he monitored by doctors and given nutrients and electrolytes? Yes, of course. Yeah, also, again, he was studied closely by medical professionals. But you can't do that as a skinny guy. You can't. You can't do that shit as a skinny guy, let me tell you. You'll die. Just letting you know. So you were just eating through water? No, your body is eating your fat storage for energy. Like a bear during winter hibernation. It's true. Now, of course, this is ridiculous and you shouldn't do this. Holy shit, I never felt more attacked. Fuck you. Yeah, sorry, skinnies. Sorry, skinnies, you're cooked. Absurd and risky as his goal sounded. Fast over 40 days, worse still considered dangerous. He wanted to reach his ideal weight, 180 pounds, so he kept going. In what was a surprise to his doctors, he lived his daily life mostly from home during the fast, coming to the hospital for frequent checkups and overnight stays. Regular blood sugar tests intended to demonstrate that he was somehow able to function while very hypoglycemic, assured doctors that he really wasn't eating. Weeks turned into months. He took vitamins on various occasions throughout the fast, including potassium and sodium supplements. He was allowed to drink coffee, tea, sparkling water, all of which are naturally calorie-free. He said there was an occasional time that he'd have a touch of sugar or milk in tea, especially in his final few weeks of fasting. Anyway, let's continue.
In part 2 of this video, I want to take a look at television and media and the impact it's had on driving this whole Ozempic trend. It's safe to say that traditional media like TV doesn't have quite the same relevance that it used to, but at the same time, that doesn't mean it's still not impacting public opinion in a major way. Whether it's influencing for better or worse, though, remains to be seen. I can think of no better person to focus on for part 2 than Oprah Winfrey. She's not just the most prominent person to align herself with the weight loss meds. She's a powerful media mogul herself, a billionaire in fact, who has contributed massively towards shaping public opinion through her television show turned media empire. And a lot of said public opinion involves weight loss. It's not just something she's talked about a lot over the years. At one point, she actually owned a 10% stake in the company Weight Watchers, which you can probably guess from the name is a diet and lifestyle services company. There are big bucks here, and it's safe to say that Oprah Winfrey has profited massively from society's weight loss obsession. And while I'm not in the habit of sitting around feeling sorry for billionaires, literally nobody can deny that she was also a victim of the very same thing. Like all forms of discrimination, there are layers to this. The fat phobia directed towards Oprah was rooted in not just misogyny, but misogynoir. That is a particular convoluted viciousness due to the fact that she was a black woman who held immense social power ever since the mid-80s. Best believe that people were going to find something to drag her for, and it's no surprise that it was her weight.
I was ridiculed on every late night talk show for 25 years and tabloid covers for 25 years. Here are just a few of the thousands of headlines written about me.
It's extremely nasty stuff. But now Ozempic has risen in popularity, and she announces that she's hosting an entire TV special where she talks about her experience with the medication, as well as featuring other people's stories. And if anything, it almost seems like
damn, she bought some stocks.
She's the perfect person for the job, right? No, like she is still a billionaire media mogul, and that doesn't happen without some level of unethical behavior. Like wealth hoarding and its inherent exploitation aside, Oprah has historically done very reckless things with her platform, specifically when it comes to health. She's actually responsible for platforming and popularizing Dr. Oz, who has done so much damage due to his pseudoscience that it would take a whole other video just to unpack that. She's also responsible for platforming Dr. Phil, another fraud who, again, literally do not have time for this. And she herself has actually televised some pretty harmful behavior when it comes to how the media treats people in their bodies. Like here are the Olsen twins opening up in 2004 about their experience with body shaming, and listen to how Oprah responds.
Either you're too fat, you're too skinny, and people are just gonna write what they
What size are you, by the way?
Like, bruh, you are part of this problem. And these are just the ways in which she's problematic, specifically in regards to weight and health. Start looking outside of that and the list truly goes on. Like I said, billionaire, not great. So while I would not by any metric say that Oprah Winfrey is the perfect host for an Ozempic TV special, she's certainly not the worst. I would describe her as part of the problem, not the cause of it. And she does still have a right to speak out about her experience as a victim of fat phobia, even if it doesn't quite sit right with others due to her being a perpetuator of this same issue. But internalized bigotry is a hell of a drug, so honestly, we'll take what we can get. So I watched the special and I would describe my feelings on it as mixed, which as you can see is just par for the course when it comes to Oprah in general. She's definitely had some good moments on there, what with her briefly covering the side effects and inviting doctors, actual sane doctors this time, on the show to talk a little bit about how Ozempic works, even though it was all pretty surface level. But the show was definitely not without its faults. A lot of the way Oprah talks about weight loss is very us versus them, which I certainly understand, but results in clunky things like this.
I thought all of the people who never had to diet were just using their willpower. And now I realize y'all wasn't even thinking about the food.
It's like she's almost there. Like, no, obesity is not a willpower issue by any means. We're actually going to go over that a bit in part 3, but at the same time, saying people who never have to diet, i.e. thin people, never have to think about food isn't really a helpful framing either. Like, food noise is pretty catastrophic, as I know from personal experience, but making sweeping generalizations about other people's relationship with food and what they may or may not experience is kind of the exact thing we're supposed to be avoiding in the first place here. She also keeps repeating the fact that obesity is a disease, which, yes, it is defined by the World Health Organization as, quote, a chronic complex disease defined by excessive fat deposits that can impair health. But Oprah's definition more so seems to be obesity is a disease where if you have it, you're destined to remain obese forever, until Ozempic came along.
If you have the disease of obesity, you're always going to go back to that set point.
Definitely super not true at all. Like, obesity itself is not a life sentence that's dooming you to a life of having excessive body fat. The condition just refers to the excessive body fat.
If you don't have it, then you can diet, lose weight, exercise, all of the things that we've heard over the years.
Now here's the thing, it is a multifactorial disease, meaning it can be caused by so many different things. And a lot of those factors routinely do drive your weight up over time despite your best efforts, even if you are conscious about your diet and exercise. But that's certainly not the case for everyone. And so I think saying point blank, if you have obesity, you're always going to go back to that set point is a bit misinformed. Like, she keeps almost getting there, but then also super missing the point at the same time. And you know, this would all be well and good if she was just like shooting the breeze with a friend or whatever, but it's maybe less well and good seeing as she's Oprah Winfrey spreading misinformation on a TV special.
When I tell you how many times I have blamed myself.
This is obviously helpful for her, and I can only imagine that this was fairly important to anyone who may not have realized the complex nature of obesity, and that it's not something you should blame yourself for, nor should anyone be blaming you for it. But instead of tackling the fat phobia that was leading people to ostracize others struggling with this, the message of the special is more so, take that, media, I'm thin now, and it was never my fault in the first place. And it's like, Oprah, kudos for saying that, for spilling, but this doesn't really do anything to hold anyone accountable, including herself, for perpetuating the idea that it was okay to make people feel bad even if they didn't lose the weight.
For all the people who believe diet and exercise is the best and only way to lose excess weight, bless you too.
Overall, it's a bit of a tough watch, but I understand the vision. I will say though, before I move on, there is this one super weird aspect of the special that I just could not ignore no matter how hard I tried. So remember how I said that Oprah used to own a 10% stock in Weight Watchers? Yeah, that company is not doing so hot right now. They've been kind of going through it in general actually, as attitudes towards weight loss have evolved over the years. Like in 2018, they tried to rebrand to WW since the concept of weight watching doesn't really have the best connotations in the first place. But Ozempic has pretty much been the nail in the coffin here, with just last month being Weight Watchers' worst financial month of all time. I think they realized that no matter what, they are not going to win this war here, so they tried the old if you can't beat them, join them approach, and they started offering people prescriptions for Ozempic online. But unfortunately for them, this boom was quickly undercut as soon after Eli Lilly announced that they would start offering weight loss meds directly to consumers online. So needless to say, WW has been more of an LL lately, and they don't seem to know what to do about it, but Oprah certainly did. WW International Inc. announces upcoming Oprah Winfrey board transition.
I recently made the decision to not continue serving on the board of Weight Watchers.
Not just that, but according to WW's press release, she actually sold her stake in the company as well and donated the money.
And I also donated all of my shares in Weight Watchers to the Smithsonian National Museum of African American History and Culture.
Her reasoning for this.
What? What is, why? Why there? Anyway.
This was not because WW is crashing and burning, of course, no, but because
I wanted.
It's just so crazy. Weight Watchers and every other fucking fad diet literally is trying to gamify the basic principles of calories in, calories out. Very silly stuff overall. I have a lot of smoke for that. If it worked for you, then great. But the reality is because diets, like I've said before, is a lifelong thing, you're basically locking yourself into this like one specific type of diet. Stop drinking soda, both this BDS movement, and to not get kidney stones. I love my kidney stones. I carry them everywhere.
No perceived conflict of interest for this special.
So I guess the conflict that she's referring to would arise from the fact that she invited the CEO of Weight Watchers, Seema Sistani, onto her special. She invited her here to tell us what, you may ask?
We are the most clinically tested, evidence-based, science-backed behavior change program, but we were missing the third prong, which was biology.
I kid you not, this literally turns into a borderline undisclosed ad for how Weight Watchers is prescribing people Ozempic now.
Why do we need Weight Watchers if we've got Zepbound and Wegovy?
I hate this so much. This is like doing a disservice overall, I think.
Weight Watchers is not just about weight loss.
And you know, setting WW
it's about watching the weight
up to extol their own virtues in this post-Ozempic landscape might not seem like it's directly benefiting Oprah, seeing as how she sold her shares and all. But when you look a little closer at that press release and see that she said, I look forward to continuing to advise and collaborate with Weight Watchers, I can't help but feel like this is less of an end and more of a beginning. Even the press release is promo for yet a different upcoming special. In May, Oprah Winfrey and Weight Watchers will be hosting an event on weight health. Between all of that and the fact that she also had representatives from both Eli Lilly and Novo Nordisk here as well, and a show dedicated to hyping up their medication, I think at the end of the day, you can probably sum all of this energy up in one word. Billionaire. Based off of some of the valid criticisms that Oprah brought up in her special, I think we should take a look at how the media has historically talked about celebrities' weight and how that's contributed to this mess we're in right now. While she was a very prominent example of this issue, it's even sadder to say that she wasn't the only person who experienced it. Before more socially conscious attitudes started to creep into mainstream media, it was just seen as par for the course to pick apart every aspect of a celebrity's body. It's why Oprah asked the Olsen twins what size they were on national television. This was obviously much worse for women, but it was pretty universal across the board, like snapping paparazzi photos of action stars and saying, look, their bodies are different now, is like an age-old Hollywood special at this point. And clearly those socially conscious attitudes are not creeping quickly enough because this is still happening. I remember just a couple years ago, Jason Momoa was in the news cycle for not looking like Aquaman 24/7.
Is locking yourself into a diet for life not better than locking yourself into a drug like Ozempic your whole life? Well, one is like across the board shutting off one part of your brain that is causing you to want to fucking eat more when you're already like full. The other is purchasing snacks and stuff that you could do for free, literally. Like it's not the same as saying, well, you could just like stop eating for free. You very clearly can't.
Which is literally absurd. I'm actually going to talk more about Jason Momoa in part 3, but the point is, people are obsessed with Hollywood's bodies. Now here's the thing. Part of this is cyclical. Hollywood is obsessed with specific body types, which in turn fuels everyone's fixation.
Yeah, here, Dr. Paxmore is correct. 100%. Weight Watchers just obfuscates the principles of a healthy diet, making it harder to maintain long-term because you're made to rely on the point system they created instead of actually understanding the calories and macros. Instead of doing Weight Watchers, you should literally just track calories if you're going to do that. Like, because that's what it is. It's like the dumbest fucking thing on the planet, in my opinion. Whereas like one is like biologically doing something that stops you from eating more. Gym bros really have the best take here. I'm sorry. Yeah, 100%. I was shocked. Dude, I tried all the fucking diets, man. I did when I was younger. I was really fat. I was really insecure. I tried all the fucking diets. And when I realized that like every single diet is created off the basis of calories in, calories out. Like that is just the principle. It was freeing. I've tried keto too. Well, okay, but weight loss is way more complicated than calories in, calories out. Okay, yes, obviously it is more complicated than calories in, calories out. I'm talking about the basis of it. Not all calories are equal. Here we go. Okay, guys, I'm not talking about a macronutritional breakdown, like a healthy breakdown of macronutrients that you also need to have. I'm not talking about like do a fucking carnivore diet or some shit like that. I'm saying in the most reductive terms, every fucking weight loss diet, every weight loss fad is still built on one fundamental principle, which is your body is an engine. Okay? Your body is burning energy. And if you put in less energy than your body burns, your body will start eating away and you will lose weight. Depending on how much less energy you put into it or what kind of energy you put into it, whether it's protein, fat, or carbohydrates or whatever that breakdown looks like, you can actually end up burning your protein as well. You can end up burning your muscle mass as well, and not just your fats. Okay? But overall, the basic truth is your body is an engine, and if you put in less gasoline than you burn throughout the day, you will lose weight. If you put in more gasoline than you burn, you will gain weight. That's it. Weight loss is a lot more complicated than calories in, calories out. Body composition is a lot more complicated. Calculating calories in and calories out can be complicated, but weight loss is really just calories in, calories out. Yes. And it's more important, your diet is more important than your workout for losing weight and for gaining weight. Your diet is more important than working out. These are very common misconceptions. You cannot outwork your diet. Okay? That's not a threat. That's not a challenge. That's a promise. Like a lot of these bro sciencey shit that people say, are actually kind of true. Like the whole abs are made in the kitchen. It's correct. This is like reductive, but it's correct.
On bodies in general, and then this spills out and affects people in Hollywood even outside of their job in moments when they are not working hard to look unattainable. This in turn completely skews everyone's idea of what normal looks like.
What do you think of Jeff Nippard? Love him. Brilliant. Smart. Best Hasanabi head out there. 100%. I've also watched his videos on weight loss, and him and I are in 100% agreement. So I don't know why you guys are like bringing his name up as though I wouldn't agree with the things he's saying. Elaborate. You can't outwork your diet. I thought a deficit was literally about that. No. The broadest majority of calories you burn across the board. That is determined by your resting metabolic rate, which is impacted by how much lean muscle mass you have, how much like extra activity, how jittery you are, and also how your body processes food, how much calories you burn while processing food. These three concepts are very important. There's obviously marginal differences between people, but overall, that plus how sedentary your lifestyle is, how active you are, okay, determines how much energy you need. This is not bro science. This is just science, by the way. I'm explaining it in a bro-y way, but what I'm explaining is just science, okay? I don't know the actual scientific terms for what I'm describing, but what I'm describing is literally science and not bro science, okay? When people say you cannot outwork your diet, it means because the massive number of calories that you are burning every single day are determined by those three things. Before we talk about extracurricular activity, like physical activity, that's what we mean. The largest chunk of calories are burned in that area. And then on top of that, doing extra activities like running, cardio, shit like that can of course move you in the direction of weight loss if you want to. But if you're overeating all the time, it doesn't fucking matter, no matter how hard you work, because if you've ever stepped foot on top of a treadmill and you looked at how many calories you're burning, you will recognize that in order to burn a goddamn Big Mac worth of calories, you have to run for like an hour. Because a Big Mac's like 550 calories. Then there's also the other problem. When you do a lot of cardio, you get famished quicker. Now, it's not the same for everyone, but the reality is, for me at least, and for many people that I know, when they do a lot of cardio, they get hungrier. They get more hungry. That's why people will say like walking is the best form of cardio that you can do, some kind of cardiovascular activity that you can do that like won't make you super hungry. Damn, off the dome. That's right. I thought it'd be more. It's 556. Yeah. I used to eat Big Macs every day when I didn't have a lot of money. They had a two Big Macs for $5 special at McDonald's, and I would take the fucking bread out.
In the first place, and it's just like a big catch-22 where everyone's a victim. But I think it goes even deeper than that though. Like, yes, body standards explain some of this, but I think the heart of the issue is just
not to mention your body gets very efficient at repetitive cardio, so now you're burning less calories every time you do cardio again. Yeah, that's the other, yeah.
People are obsessed with the concept of transformation in general. There's just something innately human about wanting to see something change. Think about how many YouTube videos featuring some sort of crazy transformation are insanely popular. When it comes to things like, say, caterpillars with no riz turning into dripped out butterflies, or a house getting renovated from a literal dump into a modern masterpiece, I totally get it. But when this transformation obsession manifests itself as photographing celebrities without their consent and then picking apart the pictures to prove that they gained weight because they don't look like they do in a photoshopped or highly contrived photo shoot or video, it's safe to say that it's more of a negative in this case. I also want to talk about the flip side of this issue. Celebrity weight obsession doesn't somehow become better when you're talking about weight loss instead of weight gain, right? We seem to have at least figured out for the most part that someone's body getting bigger should not be a news report, but nobody seems to have gotten the memo about the reverse. There are so many articles anytime a celebrity dares to look somewhat smaller than they did the last time we saw them. And it neatly fits into our transformation mania. It's not as overt as outright fat shaming, and then people start doing a bunch of annoying speculation into how they did it and what they're eating, and it's just a lot. It is actually crazy to think how accepted it is for people to write entire articles dedicated to celebrity weight loss. Like, you're still commenting on people's bodies. You do get that, right? Often when the people in question are not doing so themselves.
I I saw like a crazy TikTok of a dude who eats like an entire cheesecake and then tries to burn it off. I should have just brought that up. And this guy will eat a whole cheesecake and then will run until he burns all the calories of the entire cheesecake. And it's like 13,000 calories or some shit. And it took him like fucking 15, 16 days of just like running nonstop. Like, obviously he took breaks and went to sleep in between, but it's like, and I think it's probably still fake, but the calories are correct. It takes a shit ton of running at a reasonable pace for you to be able to burn like 13,000 calories. This one, I think this might be.
Eating
Yep, this is the guy.
16,000 calorie birthday cheesecake, then burning 16,000 calories.
I doubt this guy actually did this, by the way. What's up? I'm streaming.
You're streaming?
Yeah.
Really?
What do you mean, really? Yeah, bro. I'm fucking streaming.
I
Damn.
thought you weren't streaming today. I saw your Instagram post.
What? Yeah, it was a lie. I'm in LA. You got fucking April Fools. Yeah.
Are you fucking serious?
Yeah, I'm literally live right now. They can hear you.
Oh, really? Oh, shit. I literally thought that was an April Fool's.
Yo, I have fallen off, bro. Austin doesn't even know I'm live. That's crazy.
Well, because you said you're not.
Yeah, bro. It's
140 calories burned.
It's because you were fucking watching Mischief, weren't you? Be honest.
No, I'm not watching anybody.
534
Son of a
calories
bitch.
burned. I
No,
emptied
I
my
was
guts
watching. Okay, I'm
right before I came out here.
Okay,
So I
what's
should
up?
be
What do you
able
want
to
to
run a
say?
decent amount of miles.
No, nothing.
Mile 7, 903
I was gonna call
calories
you on
burned.
stream to talk.
It's so windy out here.
Oh.
Feels like I'm gonna
Okay,
get blown
I'll call you
away
after.
when I run in the opposite direction. Mile 10, 1,260 calories burned. Mile 13, 1,611 calories burned. Eating all that cheesecake makes me not want to eat again for a week. Mile 16, 2010 calories burned. Mile 19, 2000.
Pause the video. I can't hear shit. Oh, you were here in the video. Like, look at that. 19 miles, 2,388 calories burned. 2,388 calories is like the average fucking meal at Applebee's. Okay?
I'd also like to point out that weight loss is not always good. Who remembers the show The Biggest Loser? I certainly do. I literally remember watching this show as a kid and thinking, wow, this is awesome. And then I wonder where this obsession with transformation comes from, right? But this show is a prime example of weight loss that is completely disconnected from health. Yes, the pretense of getting healthier.
Yes, it's not an accurate way of measuring burning calories because your body naturally burns calories at rest. Yes, your body also naturally burns calories while you're eating a 13,000 calorie cheesecake. Like a shit ton more calories that it burns to break down the food. But obviously, it's not an exact science that he's engaging in. He's doing a TikTok trend.
Is there, but frankly, the whole idea of rapidly losing weight so you can win a cash prize isn't something that should be encouraged under any circumstances. When again, gradual weight loss has been shown to be more sustainable over the long term. And that's not even getting into the multiple other issues with that show and the unhealthy behavior that they were promoting. It's not a great sign when your Wikipedia page has risks and criticism as
Yeah. NEAT, non-exercise activity thermogenesis, refers to that portion of the daily energy expenditure resulting from spontaneous physical activity that is not specifically the result of voluntary exercise. Jittering. Literally jittering. One of the biggest reasons why Alex is like 5% fucking body fat, in spite of the fact that he doesn't like go out and work out, is, well, he does a lot of physical activity throughout the day, but he also doesn't fucking stop. No, that's not making shit up. No, it's correct. I don't know what the actual scientific term is, but yeah, no, it literally is.
section. But anyway, besides that, there are so many medical conditions one can get where the side effects include rapid weight loss. And in this case, losing weight is actually kind of awful. And frankly, unless someone tells you, you have no idea of knowing how they lost that weight in the first place, nor is it any of your business. You can't know if someone is healthier just because they are now smaller. You're not really celebrating their health, you're just glorifying their image because it happened to change to fit into your standard. But we'll get more into that when we start talking about the fat phobia of it all. And you know, I personally think there is a fairly straightforward answer for how the media should be commenting on people's bodies going forward. Basically, they shouldn't. That's it. That's the solution. Notice how I haven't actually made any comments about anyone's body in this entire video, thin, bigger, or otherwise. It's not hard to do, even in a context where I am constantly talking about weight loss and weight loss medication. A concept that I really strove for, and not just this video, but my personal life as well, is body neutrality. WebMD defines it simply as the act of taking a neutral stance towards your body, both emotionally and physically. That means not supporting the hatred towards your body's limitations or investing the time and energy to love it either. Literally, your body is just your body. Like, it's not this holy temple that should be worshipped, and it's also not something to be despised. It is genuinely just there, and it is doing its absolute best to persist, and honestly, that can be enough. Learning how to let that be enough was a huge thing for me. And here's the thing, if that's not your personal stance on your own body, that's absolutely fine. But it should definitely be your stance on everyone else's body. Like, we are not affected by how other people look. They are literally just there. Other people's bodies don't exist for us to have opinions on, but for the people in them to live their lives while we live ours. There's nothing wrong with being proud of your body, and it's okay to join in celebrating someone else's achievements if they are the ones bringing this to the table. But fixating on this one.
Okay, I wasn't the one who also was like seeing that, right? Yeah, the audio levels change. Hold on, I gotta take
when that person didn't mention it is just weird. It doesn't matter what you're saying. Anyway, there are a lot more resources if you want to go more in depth about body neutrality and how to apply it, but I really think it's going to be the wave going forward when it comes to media coverage. Lizzo has recently come forward as a proponent of the idea, and Jonah Hill made waves a couple years ago after he lost weight and then asked fans not to comment on his body, even if it's positive, because it's, quote, not helpful and doesn't feel good. Though I like how in this very same screenshot, we see actress Sharon Stone chiming in with, "Can I say you look good? Because you do." Like, clearly it's going to take a hot minute before people figure out what body neutrality is all about, but honestly, whether the media catches up or not, maybe it's something we can implement in our own lives so we can break free from this vicious cycle of celebrity weight loss obsession for ourselves. I think one of the most annoying things I've seen in a lot of traditional media when it comes to Ozempic is either overselling the drug as some sort of unparalleled miracle cure or fearmongering to the point of absurdity. Or sometimes even both. It's usually both. And with the overselling, I'm not exaggerating with the miracle thing.
Are these drugs a miracle moment?
I would be very hesitant to say that anything with obesity is a miracle.
Semaglutide is obviously a huge advancement, and it's clearly working better for a lot of people than previous attempts at treating obesity. But at the same time, not every medication is right for everyone, and so I think positing this as some sort of wonder drug is not only misleading, but potentially disheartening for people as well.
We are still learning what is the best way to give patients these medications, follow them on it. We're learning so much, but nothing's a miracle.
Besides outright overhype, I noticed a lot of media referring to it as a trend as well, which I did in this video too, and I have mixed feelings about this. On the one hand, it is literally a trend. We saw that in the video, especially among people who didn't need it in the first place. But we've also seen the negative impact that this unnecessary trend has had. And so I think just breezily generating media copy about the phenomenon without explaining why this should never have been a trend in the first place tends to rub me the wrong way. But by far, the worst angle I've seen media outlets take is definitely the blatant fearmongering. I've seen some stuff that makes Oprah Special look downright Emmy-worthy by comparison.
The allure is life-changing weight loss, but does it come with life-ending risk?
Ozempic risk. Could weight loss injections be fatal? Productions like this always follow the same format. They hype up the drug, again, seriously overselling it, and then they try to make it sound like the medicine is secretly super dangerous, and this whole phenomenon is a threat to humanity as we know it. They focus on cases of extreme side effects or sometimes even unrelated things that just happen to people on Ozempic. And speaking of side effects, there are two reasons I think that the discourse around them is completely overblown. A, the side effects make perfect sense, and B, none of them are a secret. So again, kind of thinking back to this medicine and how it works, i.e. slowing down your digestive process beyond its natural rate. It kind of tracks that the majority of side effects in that case are related to digestion. Nausea, diarrhea, vomiting, constipation, stomach pain, etc. If Wegovy was like causing people's hair to fall out or turning their nails brittle or something, I think it would be pretty natural to question why this is happening, but it's pretty clear that that's not the case here. And also, if you're wondering where I'm getting this list of symptoms from, it's literally the website for Wegovy. Like, I don't get why some people treat the side effects like they're a secret or proof that the medicine is evil. Even the one side effect, which is the most serious, has a prominent section on the website.
These drugs do carry a black box warning for a rare type of thyroid cancer.
Do not use Wegovy if you or any of your family has ever had this type of thyroid cancer. I don't think it can get any more specific than this. Not everyone who brings up the side effects is doing so to scare people off. I do believe that this is valuable information, sharing it is not inherently bad. But I also think you're more likely to get a balanced perspective when it's coming from a medical professional, like the doctor I just showed.
These medications are generally well tolerated, but one of the ways in which they work is by slowing the emptying of the stomach.
Saying, hey, this is how it works and these are the effects it may have is one thing, but saying these people literally died. We don't know if it was because of Ozempic, but they were on Ozempic, so it could have been. Like, that is just super gross, and it seriously makes me question the intent behind the reporting.
A coroner ruled Tim's cause of death was undetermined. Sue says that doesn't make sense.
Obviously, it is tragic, and I feel nothing but sorry for the people in this special who have lost their loved ones. But to the 60 Minutes execs that have spun this into a "Does Ozempic kill people?" TV special, that is just unhinged behavior, and nobody responsible for this is seeing heaven. And speaking of feeling sorry, I don't want this to sound like I'm blaming people for their side effects, by the way. Actually, you know what? Quick caveat. If you're taking this stuff and you know you don't need it, but it's just because you can afford to and you're trying to keep up with your rich friends, I'm going to be honest, I'm absolutely blaming you for your side effects, and you deserve every one that you get. You are the Ozempic girly who deserves the vomiting.
I went to lunch with like a girlfriend a few days later, and she's like, I'm not really eating anything. I'm so nauseous. I'm on Ozempic. And I was like, I'm kind of nauseous too.
The idea of a bunch of rich people going out for lunch but feeling too bad to eat it because of choices they made that are disadvantaging poorer people is like some sort of strange poetic justice. But for the average person who is using this medication for, you know, medicinal purposes, I don't want it to sound like I'm blaming them for their side effects or like I don't care that they happened. Everyone's body is different, and for some people, this stuff actually does get pretty serious. There are options for managing the side effects, but in the end, as I've said, not every medication works for everyone, and genuinely my heart goes out to anyone who gets overwhelmed by these side effects. However, the side effects in question are still literally on the box, and it's bizarre that so much of the protest here is coming from people who don't even plan on taking this stuff in the first place, or
after that Sky News Australia shit, my opinion of Australian news could not be lower, honestly. I feel like all matter of Australian news is just unhinged.
From people who did take it but don't need it, and they're the main ones not following the instructions.
There are people out there who are not using these properly, but in using them properly, we find that the vast majority of people tolerate them.
Sky News Australia is usually pretty based. Oh, you guys missed it. I covered it in the morning. They did a news hit on my fucking LSF clip. It made it to Australian news. Can Hasan at least post the name of the video when he watches it? That's so funny. It's literally pinned. Once again, yet another glaringly obvious example of a chatter who does not care. It's quite literally pinned. It's pinned. You can see it up here when I pause. It's just like 90% of grievances in this community stem from people just not like personally not paying attention and then just getting mad. Doesn't show up on mobile with the keyboard up, big dog. Yeah, okay. Well, then don't fucking have the keyboard up, big dog. The fuck do you mean? Like, that's not my fault. I'm not mad. I'm eating dinner and talking to my girlfriend. Nah, dude, you don't get it. I have a girlfriend. We're having sex right now. But also, why the fuck don't you have the video? Maybe you should pin it.
Well,
instead of losing weight at a gradual pace, celebrities want it to happen as quickly as possible, and then they get blindsided when there are actual consequences. Who would have thought?
It takes 5 months to go from the lowest dose to the highest dose. I've heard of stories of people starting with doses that are in the middle or higher, and you know that is guaranteed to give someone side effects.
People even say, did you know you have to take the medication forever, otherwise the weight comes back, as if that's some sort of gotcha. But like Wegovy, Zepbound, etc., these are long-term medications. The very first sentence on the Wikipedia page for semaglutide says, quote, it's used for long-term weight management. The average person is not just going to be able to click a couple pins and then never worry about their weight ever again. That would be kind of amazing, but like, we're not there yet. It's not a conspiracy, it's just science that anybody's doctor would explain to them. Yes, you have to keep taking the medication. And speaking of conspiracies, another reason I really don't like this fear-mongering is it leans into some pretty wacky fringe groups. I've noticed that Ozempic is very much the latest target of that paranoid group of people who believe that literally all science and medicine is dangerous and full of malintent. Like vaccines are all just the work of the deep state or whatever, and Ozempic is just the latest firmware update in this clandestine agenda. Like, these are the kinds of people who will accuse me of promoting weight loss meds just because of this video when I'm literally just talking about them. If you're not against the Ozempic, you're against them. Conspiracy theorists like this genuinely cannot be reasoned with, but that doesn't stop them from trying to reason with everyone else. Even with videos like the 60-minute segment we just watched, it's like you click into a couple videos in the recommendations, and next thing you know, you're miles deep into a rabbit hole about how Joe Biden is secretly a robot created by ancient Mayans. Pandering to these people by playing dumb and hyperfixating on side effects and usage instructions of a medication that is, again, not a secret, is just really an irresponsible way of approaching your coverage. At the end of the day, if you have questions about this medication, talk to your doctor, not to a dramatic TV special or a conspiracy theorist YouTube comment section. Spoiler alert, medicine has side effects. A sentence I never thought would be shocking to anyone ever. Alright, so in this part, I want to look at some of the social attitudes and dynamics that are driving this discourse. As we've seen, Ozempic is definitely a big deal, but like, why is it a big deal? I have a few observations that explain things, but they all show that once again, it starts at the top and finds its way down to each and every one of us. No discussion about Ozempic.
Okay. I'm going to skip the rest of this because it's about the ideal male body and body dysmorphia and stuff like that. But I think it's overall a great video, and I highly recommend you guys watch it. Another banger from D'Angelo Wallace. My doctor doesn't have TikTok. Why the hell would I talk to him? I agree. Will you play the new Lethal Company like game content warning? What is that? Yeah, you already know what the ideal male physique looks like is me. I don't know what content warning is. Do you know anything about why you can't wean off Ozempic? I don't know anything about that. I don't know much about Ozempic because I just know a little bit, but I haven't taken it. I haven't done more research beyond like some of the side effects that I know exist. But it seems dope. Doctors and the FBI are bought to promote corporate interests. It's just opioid 2.0. History will absolve me. I'm raising awareness for the people who are in doubt and need someone to give them different perspective. Everyone else who isn't diabetics is free to use shady drugs as much as you can, and not my problem. So wait, I don't get it. So why are you fine with like FDA is bought, dogs are bought, celebrities are bought. This is opioid 2.0 dink donk. Yeah. So question for you is, it doesn't make you feel good. It doesn't make you feel good. I don't think you can overdose on it. And I just don't get it. Like I don't like, why are you fine with diabetics taking it then? It's not a habit forming drug. Why are diabetics allowed to take it in your mind then, but not people who are predisposed to become diabetic, like pre-diabetic obese people? Like, what is it? So I can't use it recreationally? No, I don't think you can. Would you / are you going to take it? No, I don't think I need to take it. So no, I will not be taking it. I also I'm just raising awareness for non-diabetic people. What do you mean? Wait. I don't understand. Okay, so you want diabetic people to get gastroparesis? It's kind of fucked up. Because if you're saying like don't take Ozempic, it fucks you up, but while simultaneously saying take Ozempic if you have diabetes, then what the fuck? Is there something going on with diabetic people that they don't get gastroparesis specifically? Because it seems like you just said you get gastroparesis, like, which is a rare side effect for sure. Can't you not stop taking it after you start though, Hasan? I don't think you can, only because, I mean, you can. You'll just gain the weight back. Now, of course, you don't have to gain the weight back if you have also changed your lifestyle. Many people can't. So they do. What I've heard about not gaining back, use Ozempic to form healthy habits and then taper off the drug. Yeah. Gastroparesis is not a rare side effect. It is literally the drug working. The level of slowing can vary, but it happens to everyone using the drug at a therapeutic level. I also raise awareness for fat people by yelling, run fat ass, stupid excuse for hating. Gatekeeping medicine just for one specific thing. I guess lamotrigine shouldn't be used for bipolar disorder, but only epilepsy. Yeah, no, I mean, I literally take like I said, I take a prostate medication specifically to avoid the top of the hour ad break, and it doesn't work because the only thing that helps you avoid the top of the hour ad break is by subscribing. Will you still gain the weight back even though you manage your diet? No, if you fucking eat the same way that you do off Ozempic as you did on Ozempic, then yes, you won't gain the weight back. Duh. Ozempic is not like some secret recipe that like causes you to burn fat. It's not magic, guys. The point of Ozempic is that it stops you from fucking eating. And no, I didn't say that there aren't there. Dude, the link you fucking literally mentioned says it's rare. I just said the exact same thing that you said in the link that you linked. I already said this. I said that, yes, you get stomach paralysis. I know. What is going on? I also said it is rare. And the link that you linked to own me says the exact same thing. It might as well be just exactly what I said. Anyway. You can ease off of it slowly. Think of it as a coffee withdrawal. When you stop, it mimics a hormone already you have in your body. My epilepsy medicines are also used for autism. Maybe I just have autism. I'm not sure. Look, all drugs have side effects. You know what I mean? It is the case. Pretty much all fucking drugs. It's about whether you think it's worth it or not.
The Wired autocomplete interview. You know, my favorite thing is when they say, you know, he has offbeat good looks. That means if you weren't famous, you'd be ugly. All right, let's see what we got here. Oh, what is Bill Burr's best special? This is like saying, which child do you like the most? Sophie's Choice. I loved Paper Tiger because I was in England and I loved the challenge of that. And I loved Red Rocks because it wasn't even what I did, it was the crowd. And what I loved was how it was mic'd, you could hear the crowd. And if you can get through my jokes on the special, just listen to the audience. I would just say every once in a while I would say something really random and stupid. And people would laugh at the ridiculousness of it, but you always hear like one guy just go like, yeah! It wasn't a joke, it's just like, yeah, that's what I think that too, that makes sense to me. What episodes Bill Burr Breaking Bad? I did the car wash one first, then I did the one with Lavelle Crawford, where the guy drops the oranges and bangs his head. And I got to be in Saul Goodman's office, which was crazy because I was such an insane fan of that show. I probably got in, I think, 2-3 seasons in, and I remember going in to Saul Goodman's office where he had the Injustice for All, whatever he had, We the People of the Constitution thing above his desk. I felt like I got sucked into my TV. It was incredible. And I did the train robbery, and I got to drive that big dump truck. I remember the stunt guy was like nervous, going like, well, you don't know what you're doing. I go, well, I'm only going half a mile an hour. I just let the clutch out and give it gas. I was young, I didn't know what I was doing. I don't know if I answered your question. I mean, I'm sure it's on IMDb. How come I'm your secretary? What made Bill Burr famous? What made Bill Burr famous? What made me famous? 30 years on the road, 7 specials. I mean, I was definitely a
Breaking Bad.
ham and egger. I was not, so you can see, blessed in the looks department. You know what's funny? I did a movie one time.
He's very handsome. I think he's so hot. It's bullshit that he says that.
And we were shooting outside. And on like 3 different occasions on that shoot, someone would drive by and be like, hey, Bill Burr, go fuck yourself. And I'd be like, hey, how you doing? What helicopter does Bill Burr fly? Like most people.
This is his worst take. His obsession with like flying helicopters is his most consistent and worst take. Other than that, everything is good.
I learned to fly helicopters. I started off with Robinsons, and then I wanted to move up, and I was just like, these things are expensive as hell. And
I learned, like, I literally watched. I used to be a Monday morning podcast head, like obsessively used to listen to his podcast way back in the fucking day, and I like remember him going through his like licensing and the examination and like describing it step by step. This was like fucking 5-6 years ago, basically. I don't know if he still does it, but I remember like listening to him describing like learning how to fly a helicopter.
And fortunately, there's this company called Cabri that makes the gimbal Cabri G2 for all you non-helicopter pilots. It's a 3-bladed system. It's a baby A-Star, which is what the police and news people fly. I've flown a bunch of, I've rented them and stuff like that, the bigger ones. And I just fly like a little 2-seater. So it's funny, whenever I fly a bigger one, I'm always paranoid that the door's open because I'm used to the door touching me as I'm sitting there flying. What is Bill Burr like in real life? I am an inquisitive person. I try to stay just ahead of my depression. And if I'm learning something new, it's exciting, it's challenging, it's embarrassing because I'm making mistakes, but I don't have to listen to the demons. It shuts them up, okay? They start talking around 11:15, 11:16 every night. And that's when the booze used to come. Not anymore, though. Next one. There we go. Did you get paid as like a hand model like back in the day? When is Bill Burr gonna shut up? No. When is Bill Burr going on tour? Great question. I just started up my umpteenth thousandth tour this year, and this is my favorite hour and a half that I've been doing on stage. I'm getting ready to do a special. It's an unbelievable amount of fun to be on the road right now because there's so much serious stuff going on. People need to laugh and they need something silly. Actually, if there's any comedians watching, if you're feeling the gloom that most of us feel, go on stage and just try to be a little silly. It actually makes you lighter. I can't explain it. When did Bill Burr move to LA? I moved here with my lovely wife in September 2007. And 2 weeks later, I bought a Prius. I just went all in. When did Bill Burr start comedy? I started comedy in March of 1992, 32 years ago. I started at Nick's Comedy Stop. I started in
This man's been doing comedy for almost as long as I've been alive. That's crazy.
Boston. I've always believed that I have lived a charmed life, because what are the odds that I wanted to be a stand-up comedian and I was living in Boston, the greatest stand-up comedy scene in the country, I feel, and it just had absolute murderer's row of headlining comics there that you could learn from. Kevin Knox, Frank Santarelli, Steve Sweeney, Don Gavin, Tony V, Bob Seibel, Rich Seisler, all of these guys. They all had their different own styles. Kenny Rogerson, Mike Donovan. One of the best things about starting off in Boston was you knew what killing was. Where I went down to this tri-state area and I saw some of those city comics and people like that. Oh, dude, I slayed, I killed. And I remember thinking, like, I mean, you had a good set. I wouldn't say you killed. You weren't Noxie Tuesday night at Nick's Comedy Stop killing. All right, here we go. How did Bill Burr end up on The Mandalorian? I ended up on The Mandalorian through Jon Favreau, who...
Boston Love, his other L take, I disagree. He's made Boston palatable for me, okay? I first knew about Billy from the Opie and Anthony show. That's crazy. That's a wild way to know about him. He went on the Opie... I mean, that does make sense. Bro, this motherfucker went on the Opie and Anthony show. Please come on my stream. Billy bitch tits, please.
Listen to my podcast. Used to always hear me making fun of Star Wars and thought it was funny. Ended up meeting him at a mutual friend's birthday party. He goes, you know, there's a part in there that we're writing right now and we think you would be good for it. And I was like, you know, John, I got to be honest with you. I always kind of make fun of Star Wars. Not in a malicious way. It's just, I just see people really enjoying something and I just know, well, that's an easy hit. If I make fun of it, I can really just watch them get upset and, you know, it fills up my day for whatever reason. He goes, no. He goes, I know, I've heard it. I think it's hilarious. I think your fans would think it was funny if you were on this show. By then, you know, my better half, Nia, was kicking me under the table. And I was like, all right, yeah, let's do it. So I get down there, and the first scene I'm doing, I'm in a spaceship. And I'm the only guy that looks like a person. Everybody else has all this crazy makeup on. And I'm sitting in there, and I literally feel like I'm in the Muppets Take Manhattan. So we're gonna rehearse the scene, and I'm trying not to laugh. The actors were so amazing, that all went away. I'm like, oh my God, I'm gonna get my ass kicked in this. And I was totally locked in, and I ended up having a great time. John showed me a trailer of the first season of The Mandalorian. My jaw was on the ground because it was like a spaghetti Western. It would look like Clint Eastwood was doing Star Wars, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe
I don't know what the fuck's going on with the sound mixing today.
I almost stuck my foot in my mouth and didn't get in this, and it's one of my favorite things I've ever done in my career, and I will say Star Wars fans are cool as hell. Okay, there we go. I'm getting a little defensive. Is Bill gonna wrap this up? Was Bill ever gonna get a hair system? Is Bill ever gonna admit that it's not us, it's him? Is Bill Burr a Patriots fan? Yes, absolutely. All the way back to Jim Plunkett. I love the Patriots, whether they're good or bad, and I actually really enjoy how much fans are giving me a rough time right now because the Patriots aren't good, because all I hear is we're so relieved that you're not kicking our ass anymore. Is Bill Burr a drummer? That's debatable. I play drums. I always say I'm a guitar-centered drummer. I'm a dad drummer. You know what I mean? If you need like a cover, I can do a decent cover. I could be in a wedding band, but an actual drummer, like, you know, somebody comes in with a riff, you have to come up with the drum part that fits that and not only complements it, hopefully elevates it. That's a musician. Is Bill Burr in Reservation Dogs? Yes, I am. I play Coach Bobson. They actually asked me to come back a second time, but unfortunately I was editing a movie I did called Old Dads, so I didn't get to do it, and it kills
I heard the Old Dads movie was kind of mid. I haven't watched it.
Me because they wrapped up that show. They were building something, and the people I worked with on that, you know. Don't listen to these people that talk about Hollywood. There's a lot of great people in this business. All right. Is Bill Burr nice? Am I nice? You would have to ask other people. I try to be nice. All right. Is Bill Burr political? I don't watch CNN. I don't watch Fox News. I don't pay attention to elections. However, I'm more interested on what corporations are doing and what they're getting away with and why people are allowing it and why, if you're running for office, if you start to say that that's what they're doing, they just tar and feather you. I like what's behind it, is kind of what fascinates me. Does Bill Burr go to therapy? Yeah. I haven't in a while. I will say the biggest change for me is I took mushrooms. What I love about that drug is it doesn't make you want to do more. It makes you want to deal with your life. Bill Burr, Bill Hader. Oh, to choose between the two? I mean, that's a no-brainer. You got to go Bill Hader all day. Bill Hader is arguably the greatest impressionist I've ever seen. I fucking love Bill Hader. And the fact that you would even have my name next to his, and the directing and the writing that he did on Barry. Bill Hader is like...
Bill Hader is fucking awesome.
Ridiculously underappreciated by all those foofy award shows. It's ridiculous. This guy's a monster talent. And I think it's time he gets his goddamn hardware. What do you think of that? Does Bill Burr start on time? Usually not, because we have to have yonder bags, and that's your guys' fault. Because you fucking assholes, every 5 seconds you gotta sit there and film, oh my God, what's my life right now? And then you edit it like CNN and Fox News to make me look as bad as possible to try to get me in trouble so you can get some more friends. I was here on time, right? I am on time, all right? I don't know how that yonder shit works. Did Bill Burr write F is for Family? I wrote on it. I co-created the show with the great Mike Price.
Yeah, we could talk about clip chimping, dude. Come on, come on.
Michael was the captain of the ship. It was a big writer's room. There was 10 people in the room, including myself. And that's another question people have, you know, is my dad like Frank? Frank was an amalgam of all of our dads, and I actually think towards the end he was more me than anything. Bill Burr, Adam Sandler. This is about that movie, Leo. I am blown away by, first of all, how great the writing was on it, how cool Adam was to work with. I did get in the booth with him a couple of times. He's widely regarded out here as just the nicest guy. And he literally is that guy, shows up, basketball shorts, big hoodie. Oh, what's going on? You know, he's just awesome. I made him laugh a couple times, which was like the biggest thrill of my life. But the big thing about that movie that I love is the amount of kids of all ages and parents that have come up to me and said how much they related to it, which I really think is a testament to everyone that wrote. The writing on it was just next level.
No,
Bill,
I heard how he big time that kid. I mean, I'm sure he's a fucking nice guy other than that. That was like a one-off, okay? I don't know. Look, I've never been like a big Adam Sandler fan. I haven't been a big Adam Sandler fan of his movies at all, but like, I mean, he kind of banged in Uncut Gems. Let's be real. Let's be for fucking real. He banged in that.
Burr. Next one. Best stand-up. I have ones that I like for a personal reason, and somebody brought this one up. I did this bit on...
Motherfucker has one good movie. It's just not for me. Like, his stuff is just not for me at all.
Some benefit. Steve Jobs has died, and I did a bit making fun of him. It was something about how they said he changed the world. It was basically making fun of how he took credit for everything. And it's not on any of my specials. It's not on any albums or CDs. And I remember doing...
Uncut Gems was literally the worst movie I've ever seen. Oh my God. Are you serious? It's a phenomenal movie. It's so fucking good. Drop your Letterboxd top 4 right now, chatter. I mean, listen, I'm not gonna. I don't want to be that guy who's like, it's Kino. You know what I mean? Especially after I forgot to run the top of the hour ad break after claiming that I was going to run it, and now it's 7:30 and I'm running a middle of the hour ad break instead. But yeah, absolute cinema. Is it film? I think Uncut Gems is a little bit like film. Yeah, for sure. Good Time's the better Safdie movie. I think Good Time was also great. But I think Uncut Gems is better. Here's a poll. Did you like Uncut Gems? Yes, it was okay. No, it's horrible. Didn't watch. I feel like you watch 2 movies a year. No, I watch a shit ton of movies. What do you mean? I probably watch a lot more TV than I do movies, though.
it and knowing that it was only going to be there. Didn't save it for a special, and that it would be this cool thing. And then I also loved it because it was a really rich crowd. They were like auctioning off guitars and people paying like 6 figures for them. So I felt like their reaction, the way I was making fun of them, was like they actually knew the guy, which made it even more enjoyable to do the bit. Who is Bill Burr's opener? When you go to see me live, I don't bring cupcakes on the road. I'm not looking for a career opener. Everybody that's opened for me has gone on to headline and crush it. Paul Verzi, who just shot a special. He used to open for me. He hasn't opened for me now in like 6 years. We still work a couple of times a year together. Joe Bartnick's another guy that moved on. Joey B. And right now I've been working with Dean Del Rey, Bianca Cristevao, and Nate Craig. There's an energy you put out as a comedian when you're doing new stuff. There's an excitement. You're present and all of that, and it's contagious. And when I watch them trying out new stuff, you know, I don't want to be the dud, you know, on the show. I want to do something too. So like,
God damn,
I think
didn't watch one.
it's really important to bring somebody that you believe can make it. All right, Bill Burr. Let's see here. Bill Burr, Elvis. He was the first, I feel like, post-television superstar and had to deal with a level of fame where there was no roadmap. He's the original behind the music. And if you look, he made every fucking mistake. Surrounded himself with yes men, did drugs, married a 16-year-old. I mean, he just did everything. I don't want to get into this too much, but you know what I mean. Died alone on a toilet. Bill Burr. Fenway. That was something that was so big, I think I only recently thought about it. I'll never forget just being on stage and seeing Fenway Park, because we were out in center field. My family, we used to always sit out in right field. It was a great time. And to be able to come back all of those years later, to get that kind of love from my home city was incredible. And it's not something that I will ever forget. Those questions all seem like they were from fans. I'm surprised it wasn't meaner.
He's such a boomer. He's the best boomer, dude. He's just the best in general. He's the best, period. Criterion Channel added Running Scared, best New Jersey movie ever, maybe. Prank gaming frogs by playing a game. No, the game I'll be playing right now is ending the broadcast after 8.5 hours. I'm tired. Want to hang out with my daughter. I literally got off the plane and started streaming immediately. So